All right, Brandon here, Carolina here, C here, Daniel here, Dapper here. Dapper just joined, so he's definitely here. My microphones, where'd they go? There we go. There we go. Locking in. As you guys know, I had a very eventful day today. It was a lot going on, so bear with me because I just got out of a one-on-one. Like I literally just like a minute before class started, I had just picked up my a minute before class started, I had just picked up my DoorDash. That's how like back to back like stuff's been. I finished the shoot, got back to the office, started the one-on-one immediately, and yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. And my food from DoorDash, I took like 4 bites of it. Haven't taken any more bites. I would love to take more, but I got a class to run. All right, so today is the second day of going over content. I wanted to go over framing and composition in regards to videography as well to help you guys out, but I feel like this is like more important right now currently because a lot of you guys complain about content a lot. So I feel like it's more important right now for me to talk to you guys more so about that content. Okay. So let me go ahead and spark live on Tickety Tick real quick. Make sure that TikTok sees the vibe that's going on. Uh-oh. Come on. Live? Live? Do you want to go live? You don't want to go live, huh? You just don't want to. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, so everybody's here. Hello, TikTok. Hello, Instagram. Hello, YouTube. Hello, private community, which is who I'm talking to. All right. So I feel like content is the more important thing that a lot of you guys either don't really necessarily know about or you don't really necessarily, I guess, think about in a sense. But I do feel like that is what really will help you overall grow your business. Some of you guys said it was your first time using CapCut for the first time. You know who you are. Go ahead and throw an emoji in the chat. She's about to do it. I know. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, the emoji's coming. Yep, saw it. So we're going to be going over that today. Not necessarily CapCut. We went over CapCut last class. It was like how to edit in CapCut last class. But this class, however, we will be watching some of you guys' content. Oh, some of you guys posted it in the promo channel. So we're watching some of the content and telling you guys what you could do better for that content. You didn't ask for this critique. I know you didn't, but by you being in class, I feel like you definitely asked for it because, you get it whether you want it or not. All right. Oh, first person up is the last person who sent one in the chat. Let's go ahead and watch his. It's loading. All right, let's see. Dapper, what you got going? Can y'all hear it? I can't hear it. I think this is just a testimonial, but I can't hear it though. So, oh, there it goes. Bro, who's joining? I'm about to start not letting y'all join. Y'all out here holding up class. Okay, wait, where was I at? Where did it go? Where did it go? I don't know where it's at now. Now I don't know where to go. Pause it and mute it. Can't hear the video. Saw it earlier. It was pretty dope. Pause it and mute it? What do you mean by pause and mute? Oh, you can't. Oh, sorry.
Can you repeat that, please?
So whoever you recommended for my parents, bro, you snap, brother. You snap, bro. Hold on. Look at this, bro. Look.
That was a good one. How I feel after a client hits me with love, they create the cream of. Okay, boom. What I would say, something that I also told you guys, yeah, we can't hear. I don't know how you're supposed to hear it. I'm supposed to share my screen. I understand, but y'all will be fine, okay? It's okay. It's cool. Y'all will be fine. You guys will be fine, right? Yeah.
I step away for 10 seconds. You pull my video up.
Yes, indeed. You guys will be fine. Can you hear it? I can hear it. Y'all can't hear it. It's okay. Sound is essential. Oh my shit. Come on, you guys. I feel like visual. It's not. It's literally just there's just a song over it. It's all right. Sound is
But
essential.
it's a good song.
Yeah, bro.
Everything that I pray, praise the Lord.
Okay, let's see. You guys are like, maybe show it off your phone. It's gonna make it even worse if I show it off my phone. Alrighty. See, now they got extra stuff coming up. Like, oh, do you want to allow us to have access to your? See, look, see what y'all got going on, bro. Oh man. I'm about to give them to you. I was about to dive deep, but you know who had to say something. God dang, man. Let's see, bro. YouTube, are y'all still on? Bro, the moment I actually try to do something, it just all comes out bad, bro. Hold on. Y'all gonna listen to me now? All right, y'all gonna listen to me now? F the audio, guys. All right, because it's not gonna work. It really just my whole my whole computer just crashed, like literally just now. I'm blaming no, your video didn't. Viper did. All right, Viper did.
Nah, leave my dog Viper alone. She be trying to help everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dang, bro. Hold on,
that's a
bro.
homie.
Let me see if I could do this, bro. Whole computer just crashed. All right. All right, basically what I'm saying is if this thing loads, I could talk to y'all. All right, so he had a client testimonial prior, right? So first thing he had load up was a client testimonial. It was a client testimonial, and then it rolled into him saying how he feels. One thing that I can say for sure, though, when it comes like from my POV, that I don't necessarily, like is that last time I told you guys, having your text down here is being covered. I didn't even read that. When I pressed play, I didn't see nothing down there. Like just me watching off rip. Right? It makes it convert better if it's up here. You have a lot of headspace. We talked about composition and framing, you guys, right? So the same thing goes in when you're creating content, when you're making videos for clients, videos for yourself, especially because we're looking to, convert clients, convert viewers into buyers, right? So next time you make a reel, make sure to have this, this text right here that's at the bottom, have it up top. There's a lot of headspace up here. It's like you kind of shoved it down here where it didn't really fit. It's already like, it's mixing a lot of other things in the frame. So we could have put it up here up top and let it play out, So his client's just giving his reaction. I have it on mute, so I can't hear it too, you guys. I'm not listening to it either, okay? All right, yep, feels good, great. Videos like this have me feeling like, what? I can't read it because the follow button is right there. You guys see what I'm saying? So having it up here in this space would definitely help out a lot more, okay? So when you press play, boom, 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 go. So basically the idea is videos like this make me feel like this. And again, black space up here, this would have been up there. So that's one critique that I would say about this video, and I feel like it would have converted better had it had those elements in there, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go to another one of you guys as well. Does anybody have any questions about what I just said? Anybody scream. It scrolls in my pants.
Appreciate you for the critique, sir.
You're welcome, bro. All right, next person is the talker of the town. All right. I don't see this. I mean, I can't see it, but y'all can see it. I was trying to I don't think that you can scroll it and make it slower, but this is like one of those trends that was going viral, which I feel like is really good. There's just one part that I have that I wanted to talk about, but I can't pause it yet, so I'm waiting to pause it. Oh, y'all and being late for class. Oh boy, I'm about to leave you right there waiting. Let's go admit. Hold on, bro. All right, so the first thing I can say, I feel like we all just saw it. I would have kept it. Oh my goodness. I already have that. That's what I have. I literally have it on right now. The audio input capture is on my monitor. Like I have the audio input capture. It's on right now. Like I maybe I have to like disable it and then re-enable it, but it's on right now. Yeah, I have the output capture right now. I have an output capture going to my Asus monitor, which is this one right here that you guys are on, and it's showing like when I press play on the video, it shows that it's playing. Like it shows that the audio is moving, but y'all can't hear it. So I don't know. That's weird. YouTube, I know for a fact YouTube can hear it, but I don't know why you guys can't hear it. All right?
It's probably the audio in OBS.
I don't think it's OBS. I think it's Google. I think it's Google call, the Google Meets, because YouTube can hear it. But you guys can't hear it because I'm using OBS virtual, what's the name? I'm using OBS virtual camera. So it's only casting what the camera sees. It's not casting anything else. That's the only thing. So I'll probably have to change my audio input to something different. Like, can I choose OBS? I don't think it has OBS as an option for, like, it just says my microphone, but no, boom, 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 microphone, nope. Cause right here I have it as the OBS virtual camera. I had to actually share the screen, but I just tried to share the screen and the whole thing just crashed. So sipping tea is crazy. All right. Should I just change the whole lesson? Is the lesson dead? Is the lesson done? LOL, gotta get with you later. It's weird. It's y'all like. Okay. Bro, y'all got me. I'm really about to try to fix this thing out now, bro. Visual is cool to learn. I think visuals help a lot because, all right, let's see. Because the class it's not an audio class. It's composition and framing, right? So technically, how you compose a shot still matters based on how you create content. Let's see. Yeah. That's what I pressed. And the whole thing shut down. Let's try it again. Because I definitely pressed it. Oh boy, it's about to go crazy. Okay, let's see. Did it work? Ooh, okay, now let me know if you guys hear it when I press play, okay? Y'all hear it or no? I was going through both. You wanted me to go through the ones you sent in particular? Okay, bet. Okay, let me see if y'all are able to hear this. Oh, that's not gonna work. Damn, bro. Port. Where'd you send it at? Where'd you send it on? Okay, bet. Let's see. Hey guys, work in progress. Y'all just vibe. Bruh, I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy because YouTube's able to hear it. That's actually very insane. Alright, let's see. It's not even loading. OBS settings, audio, mic aux, microphone, desktop audio, OBS capture, mic, computer sound, Google Meet settings, audio, set microphone to OBS virtual microphone. So I have to create a virtual microphone already. Settings, audio, virtual. I have to create a virtual microphone. Boy, Settings. Settings audio. Set aux/mic to your microphone. Settings audio. Set aux/mic to your microphone. Now OBS is capturing your mic, your computer sound. Google Meet. Go to settings audio virtual desktop audio mic aux audio. Now OBS is capturing your audio mic sound. Where is that at? It says click start virtual camera and then click start virtual microphone. Where's a virtual microphone? It just says click start virtual camera. Okay, wait, I have to go find out how to enable virtual camera. That's what I need to find, because I think when I go to video, virtual camera is right there. Output, virtual camera. Virtual camera is already a thing, because I made that a boom stream. Yeah, I don't see that one. It just says studio mode right there. I see the virtual camera one, but I'm looking. It's saying virtual microphone. Yeah, that's what it's doing right now. That's what I'm gonna do right now. Is virtual camera. Let me see. Virtual camera. Settings. Go to audio. Find the mic. Is it glow? There's so much stuff in it. It says global audio devices, desktop audio 2, mic/auxiliary. That's one that I changed. It says change it to your microphone. That's not even an option. That's what I'm looking for, but that's not even an option. I'm trying to look for it right now, but it's not even. Nah, because there isn't even a mic/aux. It says all of these say mic/auxiliary audio, mic/auxiliary audio 2, mic/auxiliary audio 3, mic/auxiliary audio 4. No, I know, but like under it just says default taxi microphone, Osmo Pocket 3, USB 3.0, 5 mic, which is this one. Then it says MacBook Pro microphone. That's literally my only options. So I don't know. Nah, it told me to change it to this mic, so I changed it to this mic. It was disabled. MacBook Pro. Let's see. MacBook Pro. Check. Yeah, the way it's looking, but I ain't gonna lie. Also, it might be good that it's not playing because I would get copyrighted. So maybe it's okay, maybe it's okay, like maybe it's actually not that bad, like that it's not playing. So let's go ahead and lock back in.
To the chat.
For them to be able to
and
see
make
it.
everybody watch it.
That could be some chill vibes too. All right, bet, cool. Let's see. Y'all can see that bit.
And that way you get it, everybody get their views too,
Damn, who's waiting in the admin? Bro, I ain't gonna lie, this is making me sweat. All right, let's see. There we go. All right. Let's lock in. All right, so that was the first video. The thing that I would say, for me at least, would be, hold on, let me see if I can, because this thing's not working correctly. Bro, what is that? Like, what is that right there? All right, we're just gonna pull one of these out of the hat, because what is going on right now, bro? All right, y'all can see me. Cool. Well, I mean, y'all should be able to. I don't know. It should be working. All right, locking in. So the first thing I would say right here is, if this replays, I can show you guys. But you guys see at the very beginning where she zooms in, the black bar that shows, when doing your keyframe, you want to make sure that the starting frame is where you actually think it is. So your starting frame was out here. You see what I'm saying? So your starting frame was two in. So you had the black frame showing essentially, which is why I'm saying when you start your keyframe, your start and end point need to all be within the frame. I know it's your first time using CapCut, so it's okay. But when you do it again, you want to decide to, use a zoom. Make sure that when you're zooming and when you watch it back, everything is still in frame. You can also delete keyframes. So if you go back and you were to like re-edit it, you can delete a keyframe. If you feel like, oh, this didn't look right, go back to the same thing and just delete, click on that little keyframe part and delete it. Or just go back. They have a little back arrow in CapCut on your phone, just back arrow, back arrow, back arrow, or if you're on desktop, back arrow, back arrow, back arrow, Command Z, whichever one you want to do, to start it off cleaner, because like the cut didn't look so clean, and I feel like when looking at it as a viewer or a client, this part just throwing me off. Everything else is relatable, right? But this part right here is like throwing me off. It's weird because I wanted to crop out my plate number, so then I would have zoomed in even more. Because you could still have his face. Like, you could crop out whatever you wanted, but you could have still zoomed in more, like him saying, because a lot of this stuff doesn't matter. The only thing that matters here is the client. So I would have still zoomed in more, because like the headspace, a lot of stuff still doesn't really matter. So it's okay. You could have still cropped out the plate number, but still had it zoomed in even more to be able to see him still.
So like it's weird because normally when you try to do crop, like you're literally cutting out the extra. When I clicked on crop here, it was more like a drag and zoom type thing. So like that frame, there's like everything else is still there. It's just outside of the frame.
Yeah. So, and everything that's inside of the frame is what will be exported. So it's like you'll still see it. So I know how you mean, like crop is like it gets rid of the extra, but this one,
Yeah,
just
so
shows
maybe
that
I just had
outline, so
it.
you have to keep it inside of that frame. Yeah, because it shows you still, so that way like it's not like it's a crop because it moves out of the frame, but it lets you know, being that it's a video, that is still there. They're letting you know, like, if you still want to bring it back in the frame, you can. That's really why it still shows that little part that's outside. So it just takes a little bit of getting used to, but the more and more you do it, the easier to get. But I do like how you put it above his head to where it's easy to read, unlike some people.
Sir. So and also there's like a white line at the edge. So what you're saying is I probably just had it a little too over to the left.
Yeah, so you're saying a white line at the edge on the first clip, right?
Correct.
Hold on.
But the white line was like on the edge. So to me, it looks
Which
like
white
it
line?
would
Where is it at?
still. Well, it's not there. But like when I edit it, like in CapCut, it shows you the edge of it and there's a white line.
Yeah, so like as in it shows you what's going to be inside of the frame, right?
Yeah, it should have been in the frame, in other words.
Yeah, so I would have replayed it back. I don't like CapCut. I'm not an affiliate of CapCut. I'm just saying it because it's the easiest app to use. For everybody that's watching, I'm a Final Cut Pro user, all right? So I'm going to go back and say, this is why we don't use CapCut. But, sorry, then I'm going to go back and say, yeah, so one thing about CapCut is you have to watch it back because it may glitch out. So, like, I would say watch it back again, because two things it'll do for you is when you're editing along with it and you don't watch it back, CapCut can F you over that way by like having your edits look different than how they looked when you were editing. But two, they'll throw that black CapCut edit in CapCut thing at the end of your video too. Like they'll sneak that in without you knowing, and then you won't delete it and it'll have it at the end. But I was just throwing that out there. But yeah, so replay it back after, like before the export, but replay it back so that you can make sure that it looks exactly how you want it to look before you export. Because sometimes you think it looked right. Like last night when I was doing it for you guys, when I was editing in CapCut, it did it to me. And I was trying to show you a better way because it had, bro, what is going on? Why did it make me small again? But it had did the same thing. I did the same thing last night when I was editing for you guys when I was doing that little keyframe, the same thing that you just did. So it did the same thing to me, but I just had to watch it back and move it around. So you just have to like make sure that your keyframe starts where you want it to start at, or else it'll F you over. Yeah, so just keep playing with it. Yeah, just keep playing with it for sure. Yeah, you had to make sure you had it in there. You know what I'm saying? You had to make sure you had it in there. All right, let me see. Got to. Let's see who else entered. We can go. I'm gonna go based off of what you guys submitted for me. Only 11 of y'all did it, so that means only 11 of y'all are being consistent. That's what that means to me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna see. Let me see what else is next on here. All right, boom, 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 boom. Somebody uploaded 5 Instagram reels. You're kind of tough. You are cool. Nah. Wish it was Sham. All right, let's see. Oh, I gotta put the link for y'all. Hold on, sorry. Javad. I'm getting the system down, bro. It's our first time doing something like this, so with it being all like, you know, scatter, whatever, just vibe real quick. I'm trying to make sure y'all get that. Y'all got the system down. All right, so I think this is a 2025 recap, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Forgot to be able to see. There we go. All right, one thing I would say, if you're going to edit the reel in portrait, try to have everything also flowing in portrait. It'll make it flow a lot more. So, or if you're going to edit it in landscape, have everything flow in landscape so that way it stays consistent throughout. So with your first one starting off in portrait and having a lot of that black bars, the black bars kind of takes away from the beauty that you're going to show next. Like you're going to show, you know, you go into showing all of your work, all the photos that you've taken throughout the year. But it's like that first one kind of like throws me off, like because it's not in the same format as the others. So if all of them are going to be landscape, having them landscape or making it in a way where it's like more appealing to the eye without having so much black bars, if that makes sense. I feel like that would like be better when it comes to like, you know, trying to create a vertical reel like this. So like your story start off, hold on, let me see, boom, 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 boom. Like even if it is the same image, like say for example, if you did the same image here, but you had a zoomed up version of that image that covered, which was underneath. So if I were to go into, let's see if I can do it. I'm gonna try to go into CapCut and show you guys an example of what I'm saying. So y'all not just like, oh, he just talking and he not showing. Try to show you guys an example of what I'm talking about. So if you were to put an image in here, right? Somebody go ahead and put one in there and show you guys. If you were to take an image, what you could do is you can overlay the image with itself. If this photo loads, I can show you guys, but I'm waiting for the photo to load. Okay, so for example, we'll take one of my thumbnails. If I use one of my thumbnails as a part of the video, bro, it's gonna have to be like horizontal because I need it to be like for a reel or whatever. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. See, CapCut. Goddamn, CapCut. What are you doing, CapCut? Y'all see it play on me, right? I'm just making sure that like I'm not the only one watching this happen. Hold on. Alrighty, let's see. That's some BS. All right. Yeah. No. Y'all see this, right? I'm not tripping. We still in the class, right? Y'all are alive?
We see it. We
Okay,
see you.
I'm just
We
making
hear
sure.
you. We
I'm
are
just making sure.
here.
It gets hard sometimes when like, you know, you got headphones on and you're already alone. So it's like there's no other sounds going on around you. So like, and I
No,
can't see
just on
myself.
yourself.
So I'm just making sure that like, you
Bro,
know, 'cause
Taxi
I'm not,
CapCut
you
heard you
know,
talking shit.
I'm making sure because I'm not vlogging right now. So like, you know, it's kind of weird. Like I'm waiting for like a response. All right, this is
I
not
think we're
working.
just so used to you talking to yourself that we just let you keep going.
That
Yeah.
is pretty damn true.
It's like
All right.
ASMR, but learning.
So you guys see how, for example, I'm gonna go to the end of this, and I'll say one of her photos. Say if I did a video where it was just photos, right? and you see how the black bars around it, like kind of how you had in yours. What I would do is I would duplicate this. You can do it on phone as well. It's just called overlay. You would create an overlay. There's a literally tab when you're not clicking on nothing. You just click the word overlay, and it will allow you to overlay it. But what I would do is I would hold Option or Alt, depending on what you're editing on, drag down. Now this bottom layer, I'm gonna make that bottom layer bigger to cover up more of that screen. So now it looks a lot more appealing, you know? So it's like versus this with all the black, and I'm like, I don't really know if I like looking at that. Versus that, it's like, oh, okay. It's the same image, just a little bit bigger. So it creates that sense that it's filled, you know? So I would say that would be one critique that I would give you here on this reel to give that sense of fulfillment, right? It's still overall a good reel because the intention is there. It was to give a recap of 2025. That's the whole point. The intention was there, right? So that's one thing that I would say for sure for that. Let me go ahead and see who else we have here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this right here was one from. I'm gonna send y'all the link. Wait, hold on. Sorry, y'all. Y'all are talking. CapCut heard you talking. All right, so this is from Kenny. I don't think Kenny's in class right now, but I know for a fact Kenny is. We just got off of 101. Oh, go ahead, Kenisha.
Okay, so for my content, I can continue to do like recaps of pictures I took over the weekend.
Yeah, that's really cool. I feel like that would be cool. Like I don't think that's bad at all. I just would say make it more digestible for your viewer.
Yes. So
That's
just
probably
use
the
the
only thing.
overlay.
Yeah, I would say like an overlay, or even if you did multiple of your images in one, like let's say for example, if you do a recap of your photos, but let's say I have a different photo right here, right? So I could do, let's say maybe I do, one image at the top up top, and then I do like one image down below. Like I know yours are shot horizontally, so you could do that, and you could like make them like match. So now they could be like a full image, or maybe you don't fill the whole frame, or maybe you fill the whole frame to where it's like, let's say for example, it's like your first horizontal image is down at the bottom, and then your second horizontal image is up top, and it also covers that too. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like you could see it more, and it kind of it's more digestible for me. I feel like that would like help out a lot, especially when it comes to like photography. So like for a direct example, would be, let me go ahead and use some of my thumbnails, right? So for you, being that this is a horizontal image, you'll be able to resonate with this a little bit better, right? So this make a lot more sense. So I have my horizontal images on top of each other, no matter what they're taking pictures of, whatever it is, you can go ahead and move this one up here. I can move this one down here. And to get rid of all these black bars, I would just scale up each of these. Whether you're using a laptop or if you're using your phone, it's the same exact thing. When you're using your phone, you would select them individually and you would scale them up individually like that. And you would just do each one by one. Or if you're using, I'm gonna go Command Z. If you're using a laptop, you can select them all and then you can just scale them all up until they match. Hold on, wait. Ooh. You can scale them up until they click and match, like right to cut to that little cut, right? So now you don't see no black. You scale it up so you don't see no black. So now boom, all of your images are fit into one, and it's like a lot more for me to look at, but it's easier to digest, right? So yeah, that's a good way for you to do. Any more questions?
Okay, I got it. That's it.
Sense? Bet. So that would be an easy thing for you to do. That was a good, you could do like the weekend recap, things you're taking pictures of. I would even say like to start off, I don't know if you want to show your face or not, but if you are comfortable, I would even start off with like you holding the camera and like you waving at the camera or something simple. You can still do the audio on top of it or whatever, but if a simple thing of you holding your camera and waving, like you're the photographer, you know what I'm saying? You're the one taking the pictures. So it could be something like photos I took this weekend. You leave a little bit of space at the top and you could put photos I took this weekend or whatever it is, and like you could wave and you could have an audio and you could still put your photos right after. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that will also make it a little bit more personable if you want. If not, that's also fine. But if you want to start being more personable with the content, like showing yourself a little bit, but not necessarily talking, if you want to just show yourself a little bit and get comfortable with it, then I would show myself a little video of myself waving or a picture or something of myself to get you more personable and understanding that I'm the photographer behind these photos. These are the pictures that I took. Like nobody else can claim these photos because it's me. It's mine. So I think that would be really cool too.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead to look at this next person. So the next person, I just showed you guys the link in the chat. It was Kenny. Me and Kenny just got off a call. So kind of the same thing. I think I just saw the same thing kind of vibe going on. POV with Kenny. That's chill. One thing about me, this is just me though. This is not like going to be everybody that you meet or whatever. I think that like over curated transitions, devalue your content. I feel like it's like it makes me feel like you're trying too hard. Like it makes me as like a customer click off at that point, or to make me as like another photographer that's critiquing feel like, okay, you're trying a little bit too hard. You know what I'm saying? Like because or this is a template, you know what I'm saying? Or it just kind of it'll give template vibes. Or you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like when it comes to photographers and creating content, not this is not a rule or a law. Sometimes it does fit, but I say, bro, like clean cuts. Clean cuts, getting to the point. Like clean cuts and getting to the point is vibes. Because if the transition adds to the storyline, it makes sense to use. If it doesn't add to the storyline or doesn't give me an emotion or a reason for being there, it doesn't make sense to use. Just do a cut. Even when you're editing weddings, anything like that has to do with video, even for your client, a small, short, clipped reel for your client, you don't got to do crazy effects. Sometimes just a cut to the beat and goes well. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes all you need to know is how to cut. What I told y'all, jump cuts, regular cuts, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you don't got to do crazy amounts. So I feel like that's really chill, right? That was tough. So that one, that was like a chill one. But I think he did the swirl one again if I watched it correctly. Yeah. I feel like, I mean, that's also personal preference too, though. But I do feel like certain effects like that, I see a lot of you guys using it. It's not just me talking about him. I see a lot of you guys use the templates and stuff like that on CapCut. Templates are really good, but I still feel like you should try to like make them personalized. But when it comes to like certain like edits and like winds or really twists or effects like this, I think that like, doing it too much can, I don't want to say like confuse the viewer, but kind of like draw away the viewer, like push them away a bit.
Throwing dog shit. I like short bitches, brown and red, and even like tall. Shit Asian and persuade.
I don't think it was bad. I think if he could have put the images on the video, I think that'd have been tough too. Like kind of still having the images going on top of the video, that'd have been tough. But I do love how he did give the reaction of his client, as that hook, little vibe like that. Very tough. Yeah. All right, let's see one more. Let me see, did he do another vibe? I think there's one more in here that I think that he did that I really liked, and I think it was him. There's another one, bro, that Kenny did.
How you fix a toilet? Well, if we're being honest, my name not Stuart, and I'm not a plumber. My name's Kenny. I'm the best photographer in Atlanta, Florida. Y'all should already know by now that Kenny.
So this was a talking video, right? So this one right here, I just sent it to you guys. You guys see, this like the trend that you guys see where like people are fixing something and then they go into it. So he used a visual hook here with his content. And what he did was he was like, oh, they always ask me, Stuart, how do you fix a toilet? And he's like, oh, my name's not Stuart and I don't know how to fix no toilets, but I can tell you one thing, I'm the best photographer in Orlando. You know what I'm saying? So that transition, like how I told you guys, that A, B, and C, you know what I'm saying? You're giving them your hook, you know what I'm saying? You're giving them your context or that substance, and you're giving them that payoff or that value. So he's giving you that hook, now he's giving you his context and substance. What do you mean, who is Kenny? What do you mean, who is, I just sent you, bro, what? All right, I'm about to start deleting every bit of Viper's comments, bro. But, all right, so, yeah. But this right here was a good one. It's very, very easy content. Very, very easy content, right? So it's very, very easy content. So this is like one of those where you could just literally press play and you let your personality run. If you're someone who feel like they're good at talking on camera, or even if you're not good at talking on camera, but you have an idea and you know what you're going to say, it can come across very well to your clients, and it can also convert very well because it's relatable. You guys see it everywhere. So what he did here was he took something that he saw other industries do, other niches do, and figure out, oh, I like that trend, I like that idea, how can I use this to get more eyes on my business as a photographer, right? So he watched that same video, right, that he saw someone else do with either hair, nails, or whatever. Okay, how can I morph this to fit me as a photographer? So that's the thing you guys can do when you're looking at all these different content and you guys see everybody doing it different, especially service-based businesses. When service-based businesses do things like this, you can easily convert it to match you and fit your look and your vibe as a photographer. Okay, so this is a really good one that he did, and it converted very well. Like it converted very well because it made sense as the photographer, right? So you could do something like this. Like maybe it's like, oh, people always ask me, and there is a curiosity gap there because people always ask me. People always ask you what I want to know now. What do people ask you? Like, hey, Stuart, how do you fix a toilet? Why is this guy fixing a toilet? And why is his name Stuart? Well, my name's not Stuart. Wait, your name's not Stuart? Why is your name not Stuart? My name is, and then boom, you get that call to action, that vibe like that. Go ahead, Dapper.
Another thing too that Communicating what he did is that what you talked about last class is holding the camera, because you were saying something when you're talking, holding the camera does show like, okay, he's a
Yep.
photographer, he knows what he's talking about.
Yep.
So he did good. I'm still kind
Yeah,
of
it gives
fried
that.
by the camera was on the
Being on the
floor.
floor by the toilet.
Bro, that shit is frying me.
Yeah.
Like,
But the having your tool on you, whether you're whatever business that it is that you service that you provide, having your tool on you or in hand helps. This can also help you guys when creating content for clients, right? When clients are looking for ideas or clients are needing you to help them create brand promotional content. You can say the same framework that I'm teaching you right here or showing you that others are doing and showing you how to break it down and take this and use it for your clients, right? Your client wants to do a video and she's a real estate agent. You don't know what to do. Oh, you have different trends or different ideas that could help her get eyes on her. When we're growing a photography business, it's not about virality, it's about visibility, right? The video doesn't necessarily have to go viral for you to be very visible in your space, right? You want the right people to see you, right? People who are interested in what you do. Him picking up that camera immediately, if you're not interested in cameras, you're going to click off the video, right? If you're not interested in what he's holding or what he's talking about, you're going to click off. So it converts to the direct viewer. When he's at a toilet, just about to go touch the toilet, everyone's watching because they're like, oh my gosh, like, why is this person around a toilet? A toilet is a relatable item. It's a visual hook. Then he goes and picks up the camera. Now, a lot of people are gonna click off because, oh, he's talking about a camera now. I don't care. But then you have a lot of other people who do care about a camera, those clients, those people who are interested in his services, or photographers that are also can relate to what he's talking about or doing. You see what I'm saying? Those are the ones who stay. Those are the ones who stick around. So that was a really good one right there.
And he be snapping. So for your next photo shoot, tap in.
So let me see who also turned in another one. We have, nope, he didn't turn it in. Didn't turn it in. All right, we got one from LJ. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's go ahead and break down one of LJ's. My dog said I keep that thing on me. All right, so this is one of LJ's right here. I think he did very good already off the dribble where his text is placed. He noticed that he couldn't place his text up top, so he still went for the middle. I usually don't ever recommend putting your text lower because a person's eye, right, composition and framing, our eyes go directly to the middle or it goes to where things are framed up around. His arms are framed up around the text, so it forces your eyes to look there, right? You guys get what I'm saying? So when you see everything going on, his arms are going out, whether his arms are in front of him and he's POV'd, his arms, I don't want to try to make it seem like everything goes back to composition and framing, bro, because to make it visually appealing when you're doing a POV, your arms are leading lines to your camera, gang. Your arms are out, right? So don't have your arm too close to your frame because your arm's gonna look real short and they're not gonna be able to see the full image, right? You got your 0.5 going on when you have that POV mount. Have your arms away from your diaphragm, right? Especially when you're getting that content. Yeah, your camera's a little bit heavy, cool, but do it for your content. Have it away from there. Get them shots so that way they can see everything that's going on. And your arms are those leading lines, leading them to look at your camera or look at your subject or your client, right? So those are good things right there. So if your photographer start hyping mid-shoot, then you're in good hands.
Yeah, that look good. That look good, boy. Yeah, look good.
This is a good one because it's relatable. It gives you that it gives you that sense that you're like, I don't want to say sense that you're there, but it gives that relatability because he's showing his reaction, not necessarily his client's reaction, but this is also another hook. It's his reaction, right? Visual hook, the POV. POV, I feel like will forever work in photography, bro. I don't care how old, I don't care how long you've been in the business. I don't care how many years from now. I think POVs will be evergreen. He could take this same exact content and post this same exact video in 3 years, in 2 years, in 4 years, or whatever, right? That's why I love POV content so much because if your hair changes, your face changes, you get a nose job, or whatever you get, your hands and everything in front of you still gonna look the exact same. So you can continue to use it over and over again, right? And continue to go.
Good, boy. Hey. Let's switch sets. You can look at the picture. Hold it. Yep, 3, 2, 1. And
what I would have did was I would have either started the video mid flash because that's catching me off guard immediately, right? Sorry for anybody who may have some like, problems with flash, but I would start that video mid flash because it would have got you like, oh, or if you knew you was about to record, I would have went crazy with the flash on purpose for a visual hook, right? I would have because I just started recording. Just on purpose. If I took a picture and I'm looking, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a hard shot. Okay, bet I'm about to make some content by it. Or if I already know that I'm about to get a hard shot, I'm gonna press record so that way I know I'm about to get a fire shot. And now I'm clicking. I would start that video either right at the click or I would start the video right at your reaction and then go back to the start. So I would use that hook as, oh, buddies, is clean, and then go back to the start, right? And then now let it start out. All right, just pause, hold it, because now they want to know how you got to that reaction. Right? They want to understand, well, he was reacting really crazy about it. How did he get there? How do we get to the reaction? Because the first thing you saw was the reaction, but how do we get there? And I would have even threw the photo on the screen, or sorry if I bumped that. I would have even thrown the photo on the screen or showed the photo as well as what I would have also done. Afterwards, like show it pop up or show it mid pop up after you got the shot. So for example,
And one.
we would have had that reaction. Oh my God, he's hard. Boom, boom. And then now you start shooting. Boom, you got to the reaction. Maybe you show us the clip. Like we see what you see, but we don't see it in the full of what it really could be. Like, boom, now I see the whole thing. I'm like, oh my God, that's tough. And I would only show it there for a second or a second or two quickly. So that way now they want to rewatch it to see that shot again, right? So now you put the shot up there. They're like, oh my God, that shot actually is hard. He wasn't lying. That shot is hard. His reaction was valid. Now you just, validated, that curiosity. You validated that gap. So we already had the hook down, right? We got the hook. We have the content or context of the video, right? And then we have,
show on my bad.
Huh? Go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was saying you said show on the camera or like the model doing the pose.
I would have said no. I'm not saying show it to the model. I mean, showing it to the model would have gave you an even better reaction probably if she would have went crazy too. I would have put her reaction at the beginning, and that would have been a great hook as well. But I'm saying I would have showed it on camera. Like I would have showed it up. I would have showed it up real quick on camera to make me want to rewatch it again so I can see the shot again that you got.
Okay.
I noticed that a lot in my content. I've noticed that a lot in my content. Like people will rewatch the video to see that shot because I didn't leave it up for long enough. Or they'll be like, little stuff like that. But I do it on purpose. I don't leave it up for long enough on purpose because you go watch it again.
So sometimes, like when I'm recording, like on the POV mount, and I don't know if this is just me, but like sometimes my camera display flash be too, like not the flash, but the display on the screen
be overexposed,
be too bright.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I ain't bring it up to the camera because I'm like, dang, it's gonna be like out of focus.
You can, so when you're on there and you hold your camera out, you could tap your camera screen or hold the
and turn it
screen
down with the sun.
You can do that, and you could lock it. Like you could lock it to where like now you're going to be at this point. So I'll put it as far as my arms go out, or as far as my arms are going to be. I'll put it on there. I'll double tap the screen and hold where my camera is, and that's where my camera is going to be a majority of the time. So now the exposure stays good at that point. So that would help you out a lot too. Or even when you go put it up to your camera screen, tap the screen when it's up there, so now it could change and it can see it. So that's that too. Just putting a little bit of extra steps in to make it look good. So you could do that to make your life easier. It will be easier to show them the shot on the screen, like on the camera, like while it's in there, so you don't have to put an overlay later. Or to work it backwards, you could throw that overlay on top of this, you know what I'm saying, and show them how the shot came out for like a second or two, and then go right back into it. What I would do too is, let me see. Go ahead, Dapper, before I continue.
Okay. So I was kind of trying to follow what you're saying. I don't know if this is an example or maybe this is something I've seen before that really I think people are doing. We've been kind of like, I feel like as people, we want the action or climax right away. So I've noticed some videos they'll put the ending for like a split second first. That the ending is the visual hook, and then they'll play the video how you got there. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you said that in a different way, and I didn't understand it. But that's kind of what we've been talking about.
Yeah, that's kind of like I was showing that in the last class, but that's kind of exactly what I'm saying. So wherever the climax point was, that is your hook. For him right here in this video in particular, his climax is his reaction because he's talking about it. So he said, if your photographer doesn't start hyping up mid shoot, then if your photographer starts hyping up mid shoot, then you're in good hands, right? So now, he's hyping up, she's in good hands. That hook, he put the words there. Now the visuals to go with that would also run it into it as well. So it's like, oh boy, he's clean. Boom. Then it cuts back to the front and it keeps going. Like last class I showed you guys where my client was like, oh my God, these look so good. Then we went back to the front of the video. That was my climax. So you don't have to necessarily put the end of it unless you want it to loop. But if you find wherever the climax point is, or wherever that plot thickens, wherever that point is where it's like, oh my God, this is where the good part was, put that at the beginning because a lot of people won't even make it to the end. So put that extra there as well. Even when I was talking to Sham about her YouTube video in the intro, people want, they want to be teased. They want a little taste. When you're walking around the mall, they give you little appetizers, and that makes you little taste testers that make you want to go to that ice cream place or makes you want to go to the Chinese place, right? Because they gave you some teriyaki chicken on a stick, right? All right. They gave you a little boom toothpick. Here you go. So what is that toothpick for you? You know what I'm saying? What is that little piece of teriyaki that you can give them to, make them want to come to your restaurant? So little things like that will be able to help you out. So boom, my pieces of teriyaki are client reactions or the showing the shot before I show you how I got the shot. I could do that sometimes too. Maybe I show you, maybe my setup is crazy and that's my visual hook. Maybe the shot was crazy and that's my visual hook. I've done this before. If you guys have been following me for a long time, I did one where I did a photo shoot. It was at a skate park, and a guy came up really hard in the air, and I caught a picture of him mid-air, and then he came back down. My visual hook was the shot of him being in the mid-air. It wasn't the video of him being in the mid-air. It was the showing you the shot and then showing you how I got that shot. But that only works if you have a shot that's actually really hard, It'll work with regular shots too, but if they already saw if it's a standard regular studio shot, then it's like, okay, that's cool. But if it has cool lighting or something like that, then you show them how you got it. That's also a visual hook. As photographers, this is what works for us. So if you are shooting, for example, Dapper, if you're shooting in a gym, you got a very cinematic, hard shot, you show the picture and then it goes into how you got the picture. So those who are interested in how you got the picture, clients or photographers or other models, they will stay. And now that means that you're garnering the right audience, the right clientele, rather than just making a video that goes viral and now you got followers, but you're not making no dollars. We're trying to make these convert. Got it?
Got you. Sorry, I didn't know you asked. You were talking to me directly.
Yeah, I saw your hand up, so I was trying to see if you had another question.
Oh no, my bad. That was before. My bad. That was before. No, but thank you for the idea for the suggestion for the gym thing. That's what I'm kind of doing for this past thing when I worked the High Rocks event. I just didn't have time to put my own camera up.
Yeah.
So, but there was like everybody there had their phone out. So like as I'm getting as I sent the photos, I told them if they have footage of me.
Yeah, like airdrop that to you, boy. Nah, for sure. Tell them to airdrop it to you.
Yeah, just airdrop it and let see it. But kudos to all the videographers because trying to video, that's junk's hard. My shit looks shaky as fuck.
Yeah, bro. Overly, you really got it's a whole walk. Your whole body goes into that. Trying to get your video to look a certain way, your entire body goes into it for sure. All right, let me see if I can see this. Wait, what is this? What is this? I'm trying to see if this uploaded. I don't know why this one video that you sent isn't showing. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, but yeah, let me see. And then the ending,
that look good.
I had one more thing I wanted to say. Hold on.
That look good, boy.
That look good. But
what am I about to say?
You was about to say it wasn't necessary at the end, but I kept it specifically because of what I was saying. I was saying to her, you can look at the tethering thing. I thought she can look at the tethering. So I was like, all right, you can look here. That's why I kept it.
Good, man. Let's switch sets. You can look at the picture.
I would have even what I would have did was getting closer to that ending. I would have took this part down. This is just me because this is my style and how my quirkiness. I would have took this down midway through. If your photographer didn't start hyping you up, you're in good hands. I would have took it down midway through, and then I would have put up a quote. That's a nice ass shoulder, or that's a nice shoulder. I would have put that in a quote because that's what she said at the end. It was just it was a weird thing that kind of caught my attention. Yeah, she's like, that's a nice shoulder. I would have put that just up there, just off some boredom. What? Pure boredom. But I do think that this was good. I think reactions are going to be really good with you, especially when you're trying to, when you have primarily women clientele, reactions are going to work really well for you content wise, and reactions are going to work really well for you getting others to book you wise, because if she had this reaction from this photo shoot, people can tell if it's genuine or if it's fake. So don't be trying to fake it. But people can tell. Like, if they're, oh my God, it just sounds fake. And now you get a whole comment flood of people saying that it's fake. Don't do it. But if people can tell that it's genuine, so they feel that energy coming from your client and you were able to give your client that energy, now they want to see how they can get the same energy, you know? So they see them, so that's how they see themselves inside of that, right? So they put themselves right inside of that as well, right? Yep. Bet. Let's see. Let me see who else. A lot of y'all did not do the homework. Oh, let's see what Nayo talking about. Wait, I think Nayo had a photo post. Is there a real post? Let me see.
Can I get next? I'm trying to get some critique
On your content, put it in the chat.
in the promo one.
Put it right here.
I'm on my laptop. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you can put it in the promo if that's easier, but you can put it right in here too. That'd be the easiest thing to do. If any of y'all that are watching right now want to critique on yours specifically, please put it in the chat right now. That probably I should have been probably asked that, but I'm going through homework. I'm grading at the same time as going through it. That's why. But
I'll just wait till you get to mine.
Nah. I'm at yours right now. I'm literally looking at yours right now, and I'm looking at yours right now. Like, and there's 2 photos in there.
Okay, no reels. I uploaded a reel too, didn't I?
Nope, I see 2 photos with no reels.
Okay, hold on. Let me drop my reel because my reel was posted. I don't know why I didn't upload on there.
Yeah, send me that because I'm about to give you a 50%. So go ahead and send me that.
Hold on, wait, no. Wait.
Send y'all reels in the chat. I know everybody else just sitting here waiting for me to get to theirs and homework. Y'all better help me out a little bit because a lot of people ain't do it. It's only 11 of y'all did it. Safi did hers. Oh, she said a lot of my reels are currently still trial reels. Okay, that's fine. That's respectable. At least she ain't lie. Cause you could have lied. You can't really lie about trial reels. That's a real hard one. Don't nobody know about trial reels. So for you to say that, that's like the truth. All right, we about to go ahead and do hers real quick.
I bet. I just dropped my TikTok video.
All right, bet. I'm about to look at it. Let me see. Let's see what you talking about, though. All right, so this is TikTok, but there's so much stuff popping up on my TikTok. All right, bet. Y'all got the TikTok. We're going over Jay's. Bet. This is a CapCut template.
So what?
Is it a CapCut template?
No, this was just like I put a video in there and then like I split it and put the photo that matched with how she was standing and then like just kind of kept going. So it's not a template.
All right, bet. Okay, bet. I think the only thing I don't like is the intro. I think everything else had some intention, like especially like with like all like it went with the song, it was like flipping around, it was cool. I think like these first like 5 seconds, I don't like the first 5 seconds. Cause I feel like nothing's happening. Like I feel like with the first 5 seconds, I feel like nothing's happening. Like POV did a photo shoot without that man. LOL. That was a really good one because that's relatable. I love that. That's like relatable. They can reshare it, boom, stuff like that. That's actually really cool. I think the first part could have been like maybe you showed the image off the dribble or you showed you shooting it. Cause like right now I know for a fact it's fully your client. So it's like it highlights the client, but it doesn't highlight you as the photographer. Like it doesn't highlight that you were like, were you there? Like I know you posted it, but like, were you there? I can't prove that you shot it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like maybe somebody else shot it. If I'm another photographer, I could download this video and post it myself. What in there, like, not saying you need a watermark, but your face is the watermark when building a personal brand. That is your watermark. Maybe your face, your build, your body, your silhouette is the watermark. Even your arm being in here would kind of give you that extra undeniability that you shot it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like at the very beginning, it could have some more elements of maybe like you moving around, or maybe you're standing, even if you're not even actually posing or nothing, maybe you just standing next to her and you just did this. That could be boom, visual hook right there. I know that you're the photographer. I just gained some trust because you just posed her, so maybe you're gonna pose me as well. Things like that would help me feel more comfortable about booking you and also watching this video, right? So I would want to see you more, or even your client more in the center, because she's off to the side and there's not really, I don't know, like I feel like it's off centered, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's probably on your tripod, and your tripod's probably not, you know, leveled, or maybe it's sitting on a book bag. I don't know. Because I know sometimes we just put some pile of clothes together and just create a tripod. We gotta do what we gotta do. But I do feel like leveling it better would like look more appealing to me too, because I know you wanted to show that she had the heart behind her, things like that. But I do feel like leveling it a little better would have helped a little bit more, or maybe even using less of this clip. Like this clip is the whole first 5 seconds of this. It's a 19-second thing, and then the first 5 is just this. Like it's just zooming in and out for the first 5 seconds, and then a photo shows at 6 seconds. And me personally, I'm a fan of simple edits. I feel like simple edits go a long way. I feel like when you over edit, it kind of like, it's like, if you have bad video, you usually have to over edit because you're trying to make up for the fact that the video was bad. And I feel like when I see over editing, it tells me that you think that your video didn't have enough substance so you started adding in just extra edits. Or you just didn't know and you were just like, oh, this might look good, or I'm gonna just throw it in there. I'm gonna just try stuff. So, because I did it. This is not me bashing or bullying nobody. I'm just telling you because I've done it. I was like, man, it's gonna look good. They're gonna like it. And then just, oh yeah, I'm gonna throw that there too. But a lot of the time, it's not necessarily intentional, or it doesn't have to be in there. You know, it could be some more subtle things that I feel like would still give the same feel and would give that the same vibe that they felt at the shoot. You know, like I would have done like very subtle transitions. Boom, my shawty, like little stuff like that, rather than like my shawty. You know what I'm saying? That's just me though. It can still perform well, but I feel like if you start doing that and that starts doing well for you, you got to keep up with it. I would love for you to be able to, like, you know, dominate the simplicity. So now when you do a little bit extra stuff, you do it on the photo shoots that require that extraness. I don't want you to do the extraness on your simple sessions, and then now you got to do extra for every single thing, or else it won't perform well. Then everybody's gonna be looking at you like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like what happened? The whole goal here is to like build our own algorithm. So when we post our own videos on our own pages, our followers like those things, you know, our followers, and then new people come in and become a part of your followers too. So I feel like simplicity is gonna help you, because if you're able to do it simple, then you can start doing simplicity at scale, right? Also, if you do more editing, what does it do? It takes more time to edit. It takes you longer to get out. Now there's a more friction and a higher barrier to entry. You don't want to do the content no more, because you're like, oh damn, it took me that long ass time to edit that last video, but it didn't have to, right? So if you're able to get the same substance in without having as much effects or without having as much footage, and it's gonna have the same exact outcome, do so. Right? So that's what goes for everybody. If you're able to get the start to the finish, if it has the same substance, the same outcome, the same understanding, then make the video shorter. Chop certain things out that don't have to be in there. Even if this intro was just shorter, POV to the Valentine's Day without that man, by the time I'm done reading it, it should be starting, right? So POV to the photo shoot without that man. I finished reading that thing in 2 seconds, 3 seconds, right? So I finished how long it takes you to read it should be how long it should be on screen. And I feel like that would help you guys a lot more. If you read it yourself, I mean, if you read slow, you're probably going to leave it up there way longer. But, like, you know, add a little bit of, like, 0.25 to your reading. Because imagine, we're scrolling. We're looking at it. They just put a POV that Valentine's Day shoot without that man. Oh, my gosh, this is hilarious. Let me see. Or, like, oh, my gosh, without that man. I can relate. Like, and then, boom, they watch it or they scroll. So if it's up there for too long and it's still there, I'm like, all right, when is it going to come? You know, and we have pigeon brains when we're scrolling. So 5 seconds is a lot to people who are just scrolling, who are trying to find somebody or find for whatever they're looking for, right? All right, next person, let's see. We got... So this is Sean. Okay. Wipe your camera lens, number one, unless that's on purpose. But the first thing I saw was what? Camera lens. Wipe that, unless it was on purpose. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't. When you got that 0.5, you really got to wipe it. You really got to wipe it. Room was smoky. All right, I'm going to give it to you. 0.5. I was about to start critiquing pictures, but I'm a photographer. Sorry. I'm supposed to be looking at the content. I apologize. Safi, I was just about to look at yours. I got one of your videos up right now as we speak, too. I literally have one of your videos up right now, too. Sure looks good tonight. I think it was this one. I'm going to look at it after I look at Wickets. All right, but the whole goal here is like I really want you guys to get better at content because that you guys getting better at content is going to help you guys get more bookings. But also, I'm already helping you guys in the back end get better at editing, get better at, the behind the scenes things, but content is also a piece of that behind the scenes. So that way, while you guys are growing and getting better, you guys need to be like documenting your growth. So documenting behind the scenes, documenting everything. You guys will thank yourselves so much for it because at like, I don't want to say the end of your career, but after like a year or 2 years, you guys will look back at all of your content and be like, damn, I really did a lot. Like I really made a stamp. I really made a footprint in the market. And you'll be able to look back at how far you've grown as an individual too, right? Let's go ahead and see. I gotta let it restart real quick. POV, you find a photographer with creative direction. So what I can say off the dribble, right, as a photographer, this is a photography critique, right? So don't die when I give you this, right? If you're going to say creative direction, you got to show me you creative directing. Right? So if you're going to say creative direction, you got to show me you creative directing. All right? So when you say creative direction, my mind immediately went to, oh, he's going to show her how to do something. My mind didn't go to, oh, this is a creative shoot. It went to, oh, he's about to do a pose and show her a pose. Or, oh, he's about to give her the prop and show her how to use the prop. Or, oh, he's touching something, Like when you say creative direction, it means hands-on. It made me feel like you're about to be hands-on with something. I would have also moved this image up higher. Like I would have moved it up like higher, like up here, because there's nothing going on up here. So I would have kind of like cleared some of that negative space, maybe even like just right up in the middle of the frame or whatever to cover some of that extra negative space because it's not appealing to the eye. I would have moved it a little bit higher so that way it's not so close to like, the comments, stuff like that. I would have moved it higher for sure. But when you say creative direction, when you use that hook, that text hook, it got to be an accurate text hook. So maybe you say you found a photographer that understands the assignment, or you find a photographer POV you found your photographer for your birthday, or POV you find a photographer that just gets it. Like something along the side that could be very broad, that could really go for anything that you could just reuse or use something like this. But when you say creative direction, I want to see you directing. All right, that's a critique on the content. When you say creative directing, I'm watching it, waiting for you to direct. All right. Keep it going. Yeah, POV, you found a photographer with creative direction. I would have said POV, you found a creative photographer, or POV, you found your next photographer, your new photographer for your next photo shoot, or what I'm saying, something a little bit along those lines. This is like an okay frame for it. I probably would have moved this image up a little bit still and still had this up here. You could even put the words on here, but still had this moved up to there because you're right here. I know you're right here, but I just seeing a little bit more of the human in frame than extra negative space or space that's unintentional or not being occupied. All of this right here is kind of cool, but I would have moved this up more and had this on top of her words. It would have been a lot, better for, me as the viewer watching. So, for example, when I did my intro, with the text still on here, you see how it's up rather than yours was like this. So you had yours down here, obviously this is a 16 by 9 by 16, so it's not, but you had yours essentially like this with the up there. You see how that looks? You see how that could look like when you look at somebody else's video? So now for you, I would want you to pull it up more, right? Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Mine's 16 by 9. Mine's is not 4 by 5, so it's not gonna be the same. But I'll pull it up more to where maybe it's even if it snaps in the middle. It snaps right there. It snaps right in the middle. Then I probably put my either this on top of it or a little bit above. I know that yours, if I crop mine, maybe I could crop it to make it like more 16 by more 4x5 to match how yours is. So now it looks more like yours. So yours would be more so like this. Maybe you crop it, boom, it cuts right in the middle. Maybe you put this on top, or you put a little bit inside, a little bit out, or fully on. Something along those lines, rather than having it so far down or so far away from the subject, right? Because I want to be able to read it, but I also want to be able, I don't want it to be too far out of my eyesight from your subject. Like I want it to be like, oh, like what's going on? I want to be able to look right at it. I don't want to have to look up and then look all the way down and look up and look. It's too far from my eyes, right? So keep that in mind for when you're doing that. But right, so yeah, and then when you say creative directing, just make sure that you're correctly describing what you're doing, because I feel clickbaited. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel clickbaited. I want to feel like I'm getting what I'm watching. You know, I want to feel like I'm getting what I asked for. You know, like I feel clickbaited. Like POV, find a photographer, creative direction. Okay, bet. Go ahead, direct me. Let me see what he directed. Let me see how he directing. You know what I'm saying? Or POV, you find a creative photographer. That could go anyway. Your creativity not the same as someone else's, so they can't tell you what is or what isn't creative. So that would have been a good title as well for that. Other than that, the video does look really good. I would have put more action shots of you doing things with your client, rather than just like a random behind the scenes, little things like that. If you're gonna do random behind the scenes, then I probably wouldn't put a title, or I would put just the audio with a caption or something, or like, you know, let's shoot for your next photo shoot or something like that. But with you saying that you're doing an action, I want to see that action. You know, I want to see actions, creative direction. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Now creative direct. All right, let's go ahead and go to the girl. This is a really good one. Set up her shot. The same thing that I told one of the members before, to black out, like the blackout, I would have definitely, like, you know, filled that in like how I just showed you guys. I would have done that. But outside of that, this does look really good. You could do something with videos too. Like if your video, this is also another reason why I hate the metas, side note, because they shoot in 4x5 and it's stuck in 4x5. So it's disgusting to me, and it cuts off the side. So if you were to zoom this up and scroll it, you lose a lot of your POV-ness. So if you're shooting POV, she's going to lose all of this. Like this light isn't going to be in it anymore if she were to scale this up. So when you scale up to, you know, fit within the black bars, you're going to lose your sides. You guys know that. This is a 16:9 with a 4x5 fit into it. The metas are messing you up here, right? So for example, let's go back to our editing timeline so I can show you guys. So for example, let's say if I have a 4x5, or if I have this video, if the same video on top of each other, right? Boom, I have this video and I have the same one on top, my POV, right? My POV, I got my POV on the bottom, and then I can have another version of POV up top still. You see what I'm saying? And still have that one going. So I'm gonna crop this so it could fit like how yours is, because I know yours is 4x5. So I'm gonna go ahead and crop mine a little bit more so it kind of fits within that 4x5, just like so. I'm gonna hit confirm, and now you can have it like this, or you could even have yours zoomed all the way up like this, to where your top isn't black and your bottom isn't black. So now when you press play, don't put it like up high, put it like at the bottom part. It all looks like it still flows, or like it's still a part of the image. You get what I'm saying? And then when you put your images at the end, I would even overlay the images on top of this video that I had. If you have your POV, I would even overlay them on top of them. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, yeah. And then I don't know. I don't like metas as POVs. That's just me personally. But I like that POV mount because my phone, for some reason, is way higher quality than the metas. And metas color science is just not it yet. I feel like they got like 2, 3, 4 more renditions before they get it right. But yeah, and I would have put those on top of your video. I would even put them on top of your video, on top of your POV, so you can see them while I still see video moving in the background, so I could keep my attention. Or I would have put the photo on top of the photo, so I could cover these black bars. So now when you're watching a reel on any device, it looks more appealing. I would have done that for sure. Let me see. Was that one of these that you already dropped in the chat? Let me go ahead and see if it was. If not, I'm going to go ahead and look at one of the ones that you actually sent me to check out. Let's see if that was the same one, or is it a different one? Yeah, that was the same one. Let me see what this one's talking about. Unless I just copied and pasted the same exact thing again, bro. All right, is this a different one? Let me see. Okay, yeah. Me checking for the 10. This was actually a really, really good one. I saw this one actually, and it actually does look really good. I like this one. Black bars again though, but I mean you can't really do too much when it comes to metas. They're the same as the homework, right? Yeah, okay, bet. I was making sure because I opened those down below in my bottom tab. But I like this one a lot because it's very relatable, especially for photographers. It's very relatable. I just personally don't like metas, but this is a really good one. This is a very easy. This is also showing you guys a lot that it is not that hard to make content. All right, you guys. So a lot of you guys make it harder than it is. This is a one clip from her metas. This is a one clip. You can do a one clip from your POV, but something that's relatable to your target audience, right? She's targeting somebody who's interested in photo shoots, whether it be photographer, model, or client. That's what she's targeting, who's ever interested in photo shoots, right? So you want that to appease to your target audience. You want it to be relatable to your target audience. So whatever it is that the topic is or storyline, right? Your hook, context, and then payoff is for your clients. That's the thing. Her hook, she's looking inside of her trunk. That's a hook. Hands moving around frantically. Hook, right? Context, the text, me checking for the 10th time that I have everything for my photo shoot. I didn't see those words first. I saw her hands moving first. That was the hook for me as a viewer. Second came the context or content. Her title, right? Me checking for the 10th time to make sure that I have everything for this photo shoot. And then the payoff was me relating or me going ahead and clicking the comments to see who also what the people said. When y'all watch reels or TikToks, what do? Y'all watch the video, y'all read the caption, then y'all go to the comments. Right? Her payoff here is in the comments. Her comments or her caption. That's that payoff, right? Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. So what else do we have? I think I already looked at Jay's, right? Yeah, we looked at Jay's. Looked at Sean's. She sent another one. Sham, did you send yours in here, or you want me to look at it on homework? You want to open it through homework, or you're going to send me the link? Homework? Okay. So this right here, I don't even know whose I just copied and pasted. Hold on. Whose is this one? Who sent this one? Who sent this one? This is Darius? Wait, who is this? I don't know. I don't know who just sent this. I just opened this link. I'm trying to figure out which link it was that I opened, bro. I literally just copied and then just pasted it. All right, this is Pax. All right, let's see. All right, so this is the one that Pax sent. If you guys look at it, it's under Darius. Let's see. Hold on.
Most people walk into photo shoots nervous and quiet, hoping the photographer just figures it all out. That's usually why the photos feel awkward. Before the shoot starts,
what I would do is 1000%. I would wear a plain shirt or something blank because I'm looking right at Mickey. I'm not even looking at your words. Like, this is just raw, right? So I would wear a plain shirt when you're doing talking heads, because everything else can become distracting, right? So if you're already like in a well-lit situation, everything else is going on, your lights already make you feel and look good, I would wear a plain shirt and I would bring the camera up more so that way it's not kind of like in your pants area, right? I would bring it up more to where it's a talking head, to where now it's it's right at the belly button and above. So now your words sit right here, right below your mouth, right? So when I'm reading and I'm reading your words, but I can't see your face, right? I want it to be right below, like right here, close enough to your mouth. Right above your chest, right here, your words that are popping on screen looking like that. Also use a different font because it's that font's played out, I feel like, and it gives playful when you're being serious as a photographer. So use a different font, I would say, so that way it can give that serious factor that you want. If it was a funny video, it would make sense. If it was a recap, gaming, something that happened hilarious, it would make sense to use that. But I would use a different font, and I feel like that font would convert me, as a viewer or a buyer better. All right, got to get content creator clothes. No, you don't, bro. Just get you a plane. You know what I'm saying? Or order you one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? But Get you a plain t-shirt, bro. Just a plain cute, a plain nice tee. What I did was I ordered, or I have went and bought on Amazon or whatever, just like plain t-shirts that I actually like to wear, that felt comfortable, right? So I would do that. Like get a shirt that actually feels comfortable and that you would like to wear. So now when you're making videos, I only make videos in those shirts. Like I have shirts that I just make videos in, bro. Hey, shoot me if you want. But I have shirts that I only make videos in. I have cargo pants that I only make videos in. Like, yeah, if I'm doing behind the scenes with clients, that's different. That's my uniform. But if I'm in here right now, I have the uniform on. This uniform probably does not leave the house, right? Or this version of the uniform doesn't leave the house because it's just for doing this, talking heads, content. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that for the community, right? So that definitely would help for sure. So do that, and that would help like me not look at your shirt and me look at you. Also, like when clients are watching this, you don't want any form of association or affiliation to turn them away. I might hate Disney, you know what I'm saying? But you might love Disney. I don't like Mickey. You might like Mickey. That might immediately make your association make me turn away. Obviously, it's not Mickey, but if you had something else on your shirt or another graphic or something on your shirt, you know, of a person doing something or something else graphic that I don't necessarily agree with, I'm going to judge you based off of what you're wearing. So that's another reason why I say like uniforms and things matter, because you don't want anybody to judge you based off how you look and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, that's not what I'm saying. I don't, but I'm just saying that like, that's something to worry about or something to think about when it is a client, you know what I'm saying, watching your video. Because the first thing I was looking at was your shirt.
Tell your photographer this one sentence.
Your shirt as well as a higher angle, and then I would make the text a little bit smaller too, and I would have it lined right here. So that way it's closer to your mouth, right? Chest level is always very, very safe to have. Chest or above the head. If you had more head space, then I would do above the head, but chest or above the head, you got to have a plain shirt though, and then cut out all this negative space down here with your pants because nothing's happening. This is negative space, right? Oh, y'all see how framing and composition matters within everything? Amazing, right? When you're filming behind the scenes, if it's behind you or it's away from you, you want to make sure that you're on a certain third, your client's on the other third. If you have one where you have you on one side of the video, client on the other, you're on one third, client on the other third. Amazing. Yeah.
I am not sure how to pose.
Yeah, you can still zoom, but just angle it upwards. Like I would say, just angle it up more. I know you be zooming in and stuff, but just angle it up more. Just angle it up more. Like I would just angle it up more. It's a more comfortable angle when the camera is either higher or it's more, you know, angled up. You know what I'm saying? It does help. And then you have a beard, so you don't have a lot to worry about when looking at the face. But for those of you guys who may have a double chin or something, if you have the camera up higher and angling at you at a way like that to where it's at waist level and also just like so, UD, right? So like you have that chin, you want to make sure that it's looking at you that way, so that way you don't see all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help y'all out. It's how y'all make content. I know a lot of us have different insecurities that we don't like to show. I figured out that I got to tilt my head a certain way so that my left eye don't look bigger than my right like it really is in real life. So things like that. Just figure it out and figure out how you like to be seen on camera, and you can find ways to finesse it. Also, I don't know how to dress. So me creating a uniform helps so much, and it helps scale my business so much faster because I don't have to think about what to wear. I don't waste time about what to wear. I don't waste time on crazy outfits trying to go to work. So it's like you create a uniform, you create an image. It's easy to grow and build that image. You can make 10, 13, 14, 12 different videos in one day and batch them out and schedule them. And now you're a content creator, you know what I'm saying? And you're building your business while still working your other job while still growing your business, or fully growing your business while growing your business, but you still are in your business. You know, you want to look like, you know, yeah, I would definitely just wear my uniform for sure, because I want to look at you like, you know, Viper is going to continue to point out the obvious, but Viper, you didn't even raise your hand. Your hand's not even raised. But I would do that, and that would help you out because it would allow you to be able to stop thinking about other stuff. You know, boom, you get a uniform, make a video. Now it looks good. It looks seamless. If I'm looking at this as a wedding a wedding client, and I want to book you, I'm like, do I want him to come to my wedding? He might wear Mickey Mouse. You know what I'm saying? So you don't think about it like that, but this is all a part of client psychology. Go ahead, Viper. Viper, you gonna speak?
Yeah, I'm retarded. I don't know why, but
What
my
happened?
screen was like down more. My window was down, so all the little options, the microphone, the raising the hand, all that was gone. So I thought you took it away from me, and I wasn't allowed to raise my hand anymore. Anyways, I just had the screen in the wrong place. Um,
Thank you,
what I
Shem.
was gonna say was the
Mm-hmm.
captions. Do the captions matter?
Yeah, 1,000%. Simply because
Like
80% of people don't have their audio on. If you're making a talking head video, captions are like almost non-negotiable.
not like closed captions, but like the like where you type in the description of the video, like all the way at the bottom.
Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely. I feel like captions matter. Captions are another form of SEO, which kind of helps them know how to find you, but it also helps like it also helps kind of like that is your call to action. You know, your caption is your call to action. So I know one of you guys I had seen where it said like it's had your location in it, it had how to book, where to book, things of that nature. So whatever you're talking about, it does help to further that conversation as your call to action. Like if you guys remember the sandwich when I was telling you guys, boom, you got the hook, you got your content or context, then you have your payoff or value, right? So you have your payoff or value, and then after your payoff or value is your call to action, right? Whether you're saying follow for more of this, follow for more of that, booking link in bio, whatever. So that could be a form of talking and speaking, or you could put your call to action or external or added information in your caption, and that will help out a lot too. So definitely captions definitely do matter, but every caption is going to be different for every video. If it's a video where it's a talking head about talking about how a client can book you, or a behind the scenes video or something like that, that could be the same format. You could literally probably copy and paste the same format for each of your videos and probably just change the hook or the title or the top of your caption or the intro of your caption, and everything else a little bit different. But like you, as a photographer, you want them to know where to book you and stuff like what's a good font to use. Monty, Strivat. The one that you have right now, I feel like something that's bold. Hold on, let me let Kenny in. So yeah, Squeeze is our font. Squeeze, Beebus, and Anton is our font. So Squeeze, Beebus, and Anton. Instagram is called, they're all the same font, but in Instagram it's called Squeeze, and in Instagram it's called Squeeze, and I'm really giving out the game. In Instagram it's called Squeeze, in CapCut it's called Beebus, so Bebas, and then in I think in CapCut it's called Anton. I think Anton. I think like so those are the three. So it's Beebus, Squeeze, and Anton. So those are the three that all kind of like favor each other. So those are really good ones to use because they're not too far apart and they're easy to read without taking away from your image. So for example, like on here it says need full. Like you see how like a lot like need full takes up a lot of space, and then it takes up a lot of space, and now it's competing with your shirt. Like you can see it's competing with your shirt. So now I'm like, oh, family what am I supposed to look at? I don't know. So with your shirt being empty would help, but then also making this a little bit smaller, it doesn't have to compete with a lot of other stuff. I'm focused now. Like I have to focus on what you're saying. But if it's too big, it's too overbearing, and I'm gonna click off. I don't want to watch it. Right? And then this is that Mr. Beast font, so it gives a playful vibe when you're talking about something serious. Like you're talking about, helping things to help your photographer. You're talking about something more so serious, but you have a more so like, playful vibe going, and I want you to fit the same vibe that you're matching. That makes sense, Pac?
Yes, sir.
You got any more questions?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, bet. Let me go. I gotta go find Shams from the homework. We had 11 people turn in, and Sham was one of them indeed. Let me see. That was a photo post, which was tough. If y'all haven't seen her VFX photo post, that thing was tough. Photo. Okay, now we got video. Let's break it down, break it down. This was a good one because it talked directly to our industry, I feel, and it also the post itself was a hook. Like the post itself was a hook. So the post itself was a hook, and it fit the same vibe because of it being like like I don't say playful, but being that you're drawing, the drawing already kind of gives that pop, 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 pop vibe because it's drawing. One thing I probably would have did was too though, is I would have like, this is negative space. Oh shit. You guys see how composition and framing comes in everything. I would have put something up here, or I would have filled it, even though I know you're holding it and recording with your hand. Probably came down to where like, the whole frame of the iPad was a little bit more in the middle. Probably what I would have did too, or I would have put that text that you put on the beginning up here where that negative space is, so they could still see what's going on here instead of like not necessarily blocking too much, right? Go ahead, press play. I can't. Oh yeah, if y'all didn't watch this, definitely watch it. If you guys have an iPad that's up to date enough, then you could use your iPad as a Wacom tablet and draw directly on it. But it's called I think it's called Sidecar, and you can use it as like a second monitor. Once again, very nice, easy, and simple content. I don't know if you guys watch, like if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys would see that I've made simple content like giving out a tip. Like when you give out tips or tricks or little things like that it's like, I don't say double-edged sword. I keep using that term, but it caters to your clients and it caters to other people who are interested in what you do, right? So it caters to clients, right? Simply because your clients see that, oh, she gets into detail when she's editing them photos. So your clients are seeing it and they're like, oh my God, she actually edits. She doesn't use AI, or she's not AI, or she actually is doing it. They're showing the work. So it shows them the experience. It's all a part of the experience. The editing experience, the shooting experience, all of these are parts of the experience that add to the value of your client. So if you don't got no shoots lined up, create some editing, bro. Create some editing videos, behind the scenes of you editing, showing your clients how hard you go for them. Maybe you're editing at 2 a.m., but no one knows it. We don't know because you didn't show us, right? So show us a little behind the scenes of you editing at 2 a.m. Show us how hard it is. Show us an open clip of you showing us how you're editing. Show us a close-up of you editing. Show us your facial expression while editing. I don't know, and then put a caption over it or something like that. If you want to make it funny, you can make it funny. If you want to make it serious, you can make it serious. Whatever you want to do, it before and after the editing process. Come edit with me as a North Carolina photographer. Come do a photo shoot with me as a North Carolina photographer. You could do different stuff like that, like how it is to shoot with me, how it is to edit with me. Bring us along on the process. I want to see the process so I know that you're worth paying. Because they probably just think that we click a button. If they say your camera takes good photos, it's because we don't show them differently, right? They say that your camera takes good photos, or are you using AI because we don't show them any different, right? So being that now she's showing her clientele differently, they're able to look at it and be like, oh my God, she actually does this by hand. I like her. I can trust her. I value her. And now her price makes sense, right? So all these things are just client psychology, just add to that. So this is a really good idea. For anybody that has any like little tips or things that they do too, you could do this as well. But only critique here, I would have probably put the text up here because it's blank space, or I would have kept the text in the middle, but I would have covered more of the frame with the actual iPad to see more of it, because that's what we're focusing on, right? But I just feel like that negative space up top was throwing me off a little bit. Go ahead, Dapper.
All right, so I'm gonna ask this for myself, but anyone else that this may relate to. I preface this saying that I don't hide anything about like, or about my skill level or anything like that. But I do like the style of video. But what if like your editing process, even when you on Photoshop, doesn't look that cool? Like I'm not gonna lie, when I do my skin retouching, it looks like, I don't know, like my mouse is kind of all over the place as I try to figure it out. I feel like my editing style, I get to where I need to get, but it's chaotic. Like I'm like,
and I think that's fine, and I think that's what makes you. Like even with her, like this is a less than 15-second video, so like you find those parts that are like that you do feel okay with sharing, and you can do that, or you could just show your chaoticness. Like I have a chaotic editing style too. I edit damn near out of order, so I feel like being able to like show it in your way. I still feel like that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has a different way of editing. So if your editing style is chaotic, you still get to the end result, right? So you have a chaotic way, but you still got the shot. So that's like in math class, my teacher would get mad at me for not editing a certain way, or not doing the problem a certain way, but you still got the same result. So I feel like you do it your way and you're showing us your process. That's what adds the beauty to it, because we got to see your process.
Yeah. So like even if it doesn't look as like I'm not like you get like as cool, like I guess I'm trying to find words is it doesn't look I feel like for me, and this like is me, I'm my biggest critic.
I guess like as pleasing.
Or it doesn't look as technical. Mine does look probably on the easier end and stuff. Do it as good photos.
I would still show it. Like I would still show that. You could show yourself even if you don't fully retouch and you're somebody, let's say for example, I'm gonna dumb it down all the way. If you're a Lightroom editor and you only use Lightroom, cool. Show us you creating a mask. Show us you changing the background of the mask. Show us you moving a slider. Show it like just the process. That's all I care about. Like it doesn't have to look great, amazing, cute, bad, whatever. Like show us the process. What's a part of those processes that you do? What are the things that you do that we don't know about? You know, maybe you only use sliders and you don't do any, you know, reshaping, morphing, changing, and then taking hair out. Cool. Maybe all you do is lighting. Show us how you change that light. Whether if you're shooting in the gym and it looks cinematic and then you do a mask on the background, mask on the foreground, that's content. I see you mask the foreground, mask the background. Now I see you move the slider up and down, and I see the difference between the background, difference between the foreground. Oh yeah, he just snapped. I don't even know because I'm a client. I don't know what it took to do that. I don't know if that was easy or hard. I'm a client. You know what I'm saying? I'm a photographer. Then I'm looking like, oh yeah, man, he did a background mask in a new graph. There's photographers that know what that is, and there's photographers that don't know what that is. So it's still good content.
I don't know what that is.
That's something simple. Like you literally, like I'm saying, like that's something that's the simple idea of what you could do. Like showing how it looked before you moved the sliders or before you did your edit, and then how after. If you don't feel that confident in your process, you can still always show before and after, or you can show the before, show a time lapse, and then show after, or just show before, show little parts of the during, and then show the after, and you're vibing. You know what I'm saying? And another good thing that you guys could do too, like some of you guys may have reactions from your clients. You could even do a sandwich with that type of content. Maybe you show, you shooting with the client, their reaction to the raw photos, your process of you editing the photos, and then the after of how it came out. That's a nice little easy little reel too. Like maybe you already have the POV of you and your client. Now you get some little content of you editing, smush it into one video, show their final product. Simple. Make sense, that?
Yeah, it makes sense.
You can always, you could, bro, anything is content. I'm trying to expand you guys' mind to know, like, bro, you're the only one overthinking it. Like your clients and the viewers and everybody, they're not overthinking the content. You could post the same thing in a week from now or in 4 days or in 3 days and no one will say anything. Like, because just like people say like, oh, no one's watching you. When you're in the gym, you could start bust out twerking in the gym. No one cares. People are all in their own lane. So if you're pushing it and you're creating content every day and maybe you recreate some or one of them is bad or whatever, you're continuously going. So all that matters is that you keep that momentum going. Whether you post one and it flops or it looked bad or it's bad quality, whatever, do better on the next one. But don't delete it. Don't archive it. Keep growing. You want to show that growth. You know what I'm saying? You got to take pride in that growth. The video came out bad. Cool. Still post it and start learning as you continue to go. If you keep trying to put 100% on your page, it's going to take you forever to build a 100% portfolio, right? Throw them 80s up there. Throw them 60s up there. Throw them 50s up there. Throw the 50%, you know what I'm saying? And start building up. Get your quantity in so that way it can guide you to your quality, all right? Bro, you get what I'm saying, bro. Hush, bro. Go ahead, Sham.
I was just going to add, y'all know I hate when y'all downplay yourselves. So I want to tell you how simple this was. These videos weren't even intentionally shot. I randomly decided I was tired of using my laptop, so I was like, maybe I can use this iPad for something. I put it in ChatGPT. It told me about Sidecar. This video literally went in the general Yap Zone chat. It was 2 videos. The other one I sent to LJ. And I quite literally just zoomed in on a portion of the client's hair that had some frizz. And this was probably like a 5-second video. And all I did was do jump cuts. That's it.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of us are overcomplicating this process, and that wasn't even planned out. Best part about it is like most of y'all got something in y'all thing. Maybe y'all took a boomerang a week ago of y'all editing. Y'all could use that boomerang. Maybe y'all took a little clip of y'all editing and y'all sent it to y'all homegirl, y'all homeboy, y'all boyfriend, y'all girlfriend, and y'all got that same clip that was of you editing. Like, oh yeah, man, I just took this hair off. Look at the before and after. You just made your own piece of content that you don't even know that's content. A lot of you guys have a lot of stuff. When I do a lot of my one-on-ones with you guys, y'all will show me y'all Instagrams and y'all will show me y'all highlights and y'all stories. I'm like, oh, is this posted on your reels? Nah, it's not posted on my reels. You know what I'm saying? Why is it not on your reels? Oh, because I just like when I put it on my story, I just thought that like, people saw it on my reels. They was not gonna take me serious because they already seen it on my story. So like, y'all gotta remember, your story is for your followers. Your reels are for the dollars. You guys get what I'm saying? The people who are gonna book you, right? Your followers right now currently aren't paying your bills. So that means you need more people that are not your followers. So if you keep posting it into your story, you're going to keep getting the same results you already have. I get what I'm saying? You got to do that outreach. That outreach is your reels. That outreach is your photo posts. You're going to keep the same amount of dollars that you have currently if you're not consistently outreaching, right? You got posts that go for followers. You got posts that bring in dollarers, all right? So that post for your followers is your story, right? The dollarers is reels. Go ahead, Carolina.
I was gonna say, okay, you remember when I told you I had a bunch of photos and like footage of behind the scenes for the office that I
With the
did, but
GoPro.
they didn't pick their photos yet and blah blah blah. Well, they finally selected them. I finally finished them and I sent them to them. Am I allowed to post them now, or do I have to wait for them to post them?
It's really up to you. I mean, that's not up to you, but it's up to like in your agreement. Do you have an agreement about that? Because I have an agreement about that. I lock myself in a box,
I
which is
could
probably bad. But
I could
in
send it whenever
my
I want.
okay, well, I mean, are they posting and collaborating you, or are they just posting?
Mm, they're gonna be posting it on their website.
Yeah, so then they're not posting it on Instagram.
Maybe, but I don't know. They might do some weird thing on there like this is our secretary, blah blah
I ain't
blah.
gonna
But
lie.
that
I would confirm with them. Now like I would confirm, like just checking in to make sure that it's okay for me to go ahead and add this to my portfolio. You don't have to say post to Instagram. Say add to my portfolio. When they say yes, no, we're gonna wait for this. We're gonna post this, whatever. Then that's how you know to move forward. But I know for me personally, like the moment that I finish those photos, they go to my website. I don't care if I send them to you yet or not. They go to my website.
I mean, they're
That's my
already on my
website.
website.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going through the process. So boom, I edited them. They're immediately on my website. Then I pick a set and I send them to you. The way that I have my setup is I wait for you to post on your Instagram for me to allow me to now post everything else. Like that is my like unlocking like that. Like okay, boom, that's my respect factor. I don't post before my client posts, right? Unless we have an agreement prior, or you ask me prior, or if you're one of those clients that are, older, or it was an event, or it was something that like everybody's posting on their own leisure, or it was a collaborative, or if it's a collab, I'm posting whatever I want whenever I want, right? Unless we have an agreement. But with a business like that, I would definitely reach out and say, hey, just checking to make sure, boom, boom, wop. Like with corporations, I do that. And with weddings, I do that. So with corporations, I check in to make sure that I can post the photos after they receive them back. And then with weddings, I do the same exact thing.
Okay, bet. So I'm gonna reach out to them and
Yeah, I
make
would definitely
sure
reach out. Because
everything's good on their side.
you never want to clap back like, hey man, we didn't release these images yet, like what's going on, like you just like to just save your ass, you know what I'm saying? So I would ask that, and when they say yes, boom, get your content rolling and get your photo post rolling.
Sweet. Okay. Good.
Most def.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do we have any more questions before we roll up and close up class, or does anybody have anything in particular they want me to watch to review? This was me basically going over how you guys compose your videos. I was always trying to do like how you guys compose your content and how you guys frame your content, and like what things that you're adding that is taking away from your overall composition of your frame. Because a lot of you guys, what I was noticing, you guys were like missing it. So if you guys are filming a reel, the same exact way that you frame up your shots for photos need to be the same exact way that you frame up your videos, whether that's for clients or for personal. You need to be thinking, is everything lining with these rule of thirds? Is this visual to the eye? Right? When you're making your content has to convert. And if it doesn't look good, or it's not properly composed or framed in a good fashion, it won't convert. All right? Does anybody have any questions? Anybody that's silent, does not say anything? I need to watch that iPad video. Yeah, she made multiple. She made like, I think like 2 or 3 different videos for sure. And those converted very well. Brandon, what's up? I just want to hear your voice, gang, if you hear.
I got a question.
Go ahead, Jerome.
Somebody like tried to answer me earlier in the chat, but basically, like while I was shooting some homework and stuff like that, like I don't know if I was like in the wrong setting and Lightroom doesn't support it yet. That's
Say it
what
one
the
more
guy
time.
said it was not. I said I don't know if I was in the wrong setting and Lightroom doesn't support it yet, but basically I had taken some photos and I didn't shoot like raw plus JPEG, and essentially I can't put them into like.
Well, what
so
you
I like
shoot?
formatted. I formatted my car and thinking something was wrong with it, and took some more photos, and I still couldn't put them in Lightroom. And he's saying that
what format is your photos in though? That's what I'm saying. What were they shot? Were they shot in RAW? Or were they shot in JPEG? Or were they shot in like H dot?
they were raw HQ.
Okay. And is that what camera is that on?
875.
You should be able to change your RAW format on your what's name, because I know that's going to become a problem in the future.
What should I change it to?
Yeah, I was on the phone with who had this problem. What's name had this problem? I forgot his name, but I was helping him out. We literally did a call on it. What are your options? Go into your camera and look and see what your options are. I remember by head. I don't remember like by just words. If you name it, I'll be able to tell. Because what was the one you said you were shooting in right now?
HQ.
Look, go.
Okay.
Go to,
so my options.
Picture, right? Yeah, go ahead.
My options are compress raw, compress HQ, and lossless comp. Lossless compress.
Yeah, lossless compressed. Hold on, let me see. So you have it in shooting in JPG large, right? JPEG and RAW, right? Or
afterwards, no? I watched a YouTube video, so I now shoot RAW plus JPEG. So essentially, I'll have the JPEGs no matter what.
Yeah,
but
that's the good part. But you need to edit the
my RAW format. Yeah, my RAW format. I was shooting in compressed HQ, and I don't think that format's like usable right now yet.
So HQ, do you have? So right now I shoot. So you need to be in lossless. Compressed HQ is all the way at the bottom. That's that extra. Yeah, because my compressed doesn't even open, and my uncompressed won't open either. So you can shoot. You see how it says raw, lossless comp small, lossless comp medium, lossless comp large.
I only got one.
Yeah, which one do you have?
Just lossless comp, period.
So go lossless comp. Does anything else open up, or is it just that one?
It's just that.
So try lossless comp, and then when you go back out, does it show raw plus JPEG, raw lossless comp, and then fine, and then whatever megapixels you're using, like JPEG
32 mega. Yeah.
So when you go to megapixels, click on that, and what does it say? What options does it open up?
Oh, large, medium, small, 33, 14, 8.2.
All right. So which one are you on? Large, medium, or small?
33.
Is that medium?
That's large.
That's large. So you could shoot medium. I shoot at medium. You could shoot large, but your large is never going to actually activate all the megapixels that you have to use. So yours may not, yours might, for example, mine is 61 megapixels, right? But mine maxes out at 54, right? So the rest of those are those megapixels that get used for, let's say, for example, Super 35 mode, they get cut out, stuff like that. Yeah. Those are ones that get used for other stuff. So they'll never allow you to use the full 61 megapixels of your camera. So I shoot medium. I don't even shoot large because it's a JPEG.
My medium's like 14 megapixels.
14?
Yeah. So essentially, with, I guess you could say with sports, when they are able to,
you definitely need to be higher. Yeah. So definitely stay at that large then.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay at the large.
Cause my medium's about where your large is.
Dang.
That's because I have an R5. It's an R5 though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right, and then when you go up on your JPEG quality, what is it? Fine, extra fine, standard, or light?
I got fine.
Yeah, keep it at fine. If you go up any higher on any of these qualities, it starts to make it harder to process the images using Lightroom. But two, it also makes it harder on your camera and your SD card. So this is where having that higher quality SD card also matters too, because all these different things are parts of communication.
I got that V90.
V90, great. So yeah, definitely V90. This should work though. You take a picture and you should try it. It should now work because you changed it to that lossless comp. because it allows it to communicate. But when Adobe started to have upgrades and stuff like that, I think maybe because the camera just came out, it's that new update feature that it has for that AI. So I think that's gonna definitely help you out a lot too, because I shoot lossless small. Like my raw files are still small. I could make them larger, but it starts to make your SD card smaller too. So instead of being able to shoot up to 4,000 images, it now goes to 2,000 images or 1,000 images.
Yeah, because the file becomes so big.
For just one image, and then like for weddings and stuff like that, I don't need it to be that big. Like I don't need that to be that big. Like, and then now it becomes a problem when you put it into Lightroom, it'll make your Lightroom fucking break because you know what I'm saying, every image is a gigabyte. Like, you know what I'm saying, like one image is a gigabyte. Like, you got 100 gigabytes off of 100 pictures. It's crazy. But yeah, shooting that high, like I haven't even tapped into that. I only tap into that when I'm doing branding. I'm doing branding, and it's a select amount of images that I shoot. Let's say, for example, if their session, when it's a branding, like a high scale session, I got sent a product or something, and I have to do like product photography or product with a model, I'll shoot at that higher quality raw, but for like 50 photos. Like, it's never like anything over 50. Sham, you unmuted.
Sorry.
But it's never over 50 photos. All right. So try that.
I appreciate you.
All right. Good night, Dapper.
Yeah,
anybody else got a question? Go ahead, crazy. LJ, go ahead.
She over there yelling to the dog is crazy.
Yeah, in class,
Bro,
right?
Let's not act like y'all don't know how this goes already.
Yeah, in class. She paused our whole one-on-one to go talk to her dog. So hey, but any more questions though? Did this class make sense for you guys? I feel like it helped. I feel like it was a piggyback off last class, showing you guys how to make the reels and now analyzing you guys' reels in your homework. I think that helps because I feel like this is going to give you more confidence when creating content. I think it's going to help you out a lot more. So now when you get behind that camera or in front of that camera when creating content, it gives you a lot more confidence. Go ahead, Brandon.
Oh, what's going on? I'm happy to be a part of the class.
Yes, sir.
I just joined yesterday, so I'm a little bit behind.
You just yesterday, yeah. Nah, you're good, bro. Like, you're good. I'm gonna start capping it too, so that way, like, each time you guys we start a new semester, everybody's like in one, like all together, one accord, because so that way you won't have to like start late again. But yeah, so everything is still in the if you go to Patreon or you can go in the classroom, the Patreon has all the different videos. If you go to collections, everybody that's watching, it'll say collections and it'll say PNG University, and it'll have all the videos there for you to catch up on PNG University. If you're behind anything for the different classes that we've done, we do 2 classes a week on Mondays and Wednesdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then you're eligible to get a one-on-one call with me free of charge for this month, as long as you catch up on your homework. So you can look at the different, just look at the homework, look at the vibes of the homework, and if you have images that fit within the videos, after you watch the videos, then there's homework that goes with those videos, and just go ahead and just catch up a little bit if you're able to. And I know life be hitting and stuff, but if you're able to try to catch up before the end of the month, and then you'll be able to cash in for your one-on-one, and we can have that one-on-one to help you with whatever you're dealing with in business. But yeah, whenever you have time, just catch up. Everything's going to still be there for you guys. But each month we go over different frameworks and different skill sets. This month is composition and framing. Next month is going to be focused primarily on posing, and then the month after that is going to be focused on lighting, natural, and strobe and studio light. Then the month after that is going to be client psychology and client management, and then there's more and more, and so on and so forth. And in each month we will be traveling to a different city/state. This month is Orlando. April will be Atlanta. We have different cities and states in the middle. And yeah, we have to find out what date we're going to do New York, but we're going to do different cities, different states, depending on the location of all the members, try to see where we can place it at to get where all of you guys are at. So that's kind of the overview of what we're doing here at PNG University.
All right, that sounds solid.
But did you have any other questions about anything in particular? Anything, honestly,
honestly,
yeah, go ahead.
Everything was pretty straightforward. I've been reading through the past lessons, and I'm sort of at the beginning of my social media journey. So all of this is super helpful for me. And I really did digest a lot today, because just that social media presence for me, I went on a cleanse a few years back. So yeah, I'm sort of starting fresh. And it's a little daunting.
Yeah, nah, it definitely is. But when you understand certain things, it's easy to jump right in, because if you don't understand things or you don't have a path or people that like can kind of like help you, like everybody here, in the community, like to be able to like kind of help direct it, it's a lot easier to like understand it rather than just jumping in. You're like, oh my God, look left, look right, what do I do? But you're jumping into it to build your business. So it makes it even easier because you already know your purpose for why you're being here. Your purpose for being a social is to grow your business, scale, make more bread, or, build your, or even just like some people maybe not be here to, necessarily, grow a business, but be here to express themselves creatively through photography. So that's another thing as well. But there's a lot of one-on-ones that I've done too, where we talk a lot about content. So you can read through those one-on-ones. It's also under collections. If you scroll down to the bottom, I'm gonna try to move it to the top. It'll be the one-on-ones that I've done with previous students as well, talking to them about growing their photography portfolio, but also growing their business on Instagram and how to do so. You can watch those as well and read the transcripts and the summaries at the bottom on how to do these different things, and you can see what I told them to do and then apply it to yourself as well, and that could also be helpful.
Word. I appreciate the tips.
No, most definitely. You're welcome, bro. For sure. Anybody else got anything for me before I close out? Because it's 10 o'clock. And I'm thinking about playing the game, but I don't know yet because I'm supposed to be on like punishment.
I'm probably gonna book me a class this week, Taxi.
Okay, you're 101.
Yeah, because I got some questions.
Bet. List them down because I love that. One thing I do love
hey, Jay
is everybody
shot you.
becoming
Where you from?
She's from Texas.
Yeah. Hey, Texas. Speaking of Texas, when you coming to Texas for a workshop, like?
When do you want me to come?
What part of Texas you from?
I'm in Dallas area.
Oh, I got a what's the name in Dallas. I could definitely come out there for sure. I was just out there. I was in Fort Worth.
Bruh.
I was literally just out there. I swear on everything.
Man, I literally stay like maybe 10 minutes from Fort Worth. No cap.
I was literally just in Fort Worth. That'd have been tough. But I'm definitely probably when I do my meetup, I'll probably do it in Fort Worth because I network with some people at the ranch out there, and I think I'm probably gonna run it there because they said they'll let me do it, so I might do it there.
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah, so we definitely gonna be lit. I just gotta make sure I got enough numbers out there before I do it because I don't want to travel for no reason,
And even like if you did it in like Houston or some shit, I'll still come out there, Austin, whatever.
Yeah, because I know for a fact there's more people there, but I would love Dallas because Dallas, I know I got the connections and I know a lot of people, bro. Like, bro, they said Jay sound like she from Texas, old country at, bro. You know what, bro?
Hey, that's why I asked. I'm like, shit, I thought you were gonna say Alabama, boy.
Nah, man. Look, real Texan. She was talking about doing Texas specials today in the chat. That's how I knew. Real Texan. Man, I got you though for sure. Lock in your one-on-one and we could, make that happen for sure. Be generous. For everybody that's not locking in their one-on-ones, bro, be generous, bro. Don't do me Saturday at 9 a.m. gang. Like just think. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just think. Like, think. Like
so it could be weekends?
Yeah, just not in no crazy ass time. But I would more so like for it to be during the week, because like I would feel better about it.
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna do no 9 a.m. on Saturday because I ain't trying to get up that early unless you know what I'm saying.
I just want to I'm not pointing no fingers, but somebody had me in here early as hell on a Saturday and early as hell on a Monday. I'm just saying, so I'm just that's all.
Not a Monday.
So yeah. So I just want to make sure y'all know who y'all are. So
sounds like Sham.
That's how I know you don't even really know me, because they know I don't get up to about.
I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy. 11. I think Jay only said that because you're the first one who said something. You the first one who said LOL.
Because I know who it is.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say their mindset is a hit dog, gon' holler. So let's see if it's hollering.
No. Don't throw my name in there. I wake up at like 2 p.m, guys. It's definitely not me. I'm not a morning person.
Viper be texting in the chat to 5 a.m. So I definitely don't believe that Viper wakes up early because, All right.
Since we still here, I do got a question though.
Go ahead.
For everybody, I don't care really who answered. Or maybe Taxi can give us some good insight. So I got my first collab shoot with a content creator. Like I feel like they're starting out or like growing or whatever, but their numbers are growing really fast. So how would y'all go about making this a constant collaboration?
Somebody else want to answer?
Yourself.
Be yourself and make sure whatever you're getting out of the shoot is valuable to you and whoever you're collaborating with. Make sure you're not just doing free work to be doing free work. That's really it, for real. Have
But
fun. I
also,
feel like that's what collaborations are for, to have fun and make sure y'all both are growing.
Okay, big.
definitely make sure that it's mutually beneficial. And I know that like one of the key parts in your question was, how do I make this a constant thing? Constant thing with that one individual or constant thing with other individuals? Are you asking about
Maybe
them in
both.
particularly?
Both, because like I said, this is my first like collab with a like content creator or somebody that I'm trying to like we both grow in the same
Grow
aspect,
together,
you know what I mean? So
I would say definitely don't present yourself as desperate and don't present yourself as like overly needy, because a lot of the time they will use that to their advantage. I've had it happen. So I'm speaking from experience, not just talking down on people. But content creators feel like because they have numbers that their, exposure is leverage. My number one quote that I love to say is it's okay to be used, but it's not okay to be abused, right? It's okay to be used when you know that you're being used, right? To your own benefit and their benefit. That's okay. Being used is fine. If I can't use my friend for when I need them, or my friend can't use me for when I need them, then like what are friends for, right? But I can't be abused, right? So it's not okay to be abused. So I say when it comes time for them to use you for an idea or you use them for an idea, that's fine. And when you know that, you're okay with the way that you're being used or you're okay with that transaction, but the moment that it feels like you're starting to be abused, like they're constantly asking you, they're constantly using you, or like, or they're expecting, or they feel entitled, then that's when it becomes like a red flag and like a, hey, let's go ahead and slow this down, right? So I say keep that in mind, because I know you said the word constant. Like, how can I make this a constant thing? If you're gonna make it a constant thing, keep that in the back of your head. It's okay for me to be used because I'm allowing myself to be used, because I know I'm gonna be growing, and I'm okay with the type of exposure that I'm accepting, right? But I'm not okay with being abused. You're not gonna be calling me at crazy times of the night saying do this, or you're not gonna be demanding. You're not gonna be. That's the thing where it becomes like that. So when those things are happening, that's when you start stepping off the gas. But I do feel that collaboration is very good and very helpful for your growth. But I would definitely say kind of like take it with a grain of salt too. Don't let them feel like they have more leverage over you. You need to also make sure that you have leverage as well. Understand what value you bring to the table, and not just what value they bring to the table. And you just feel like so happy and excited to work with them because they're a big name, big face, right? Like, have it to where it's like, okay, you're getting your, your accurate tagging. You know what I'm saying? You're getting your accurate, your adequate, post or whatever, or collaborations, but also juice they ask for content. Right? So that's why I told myself it's okay for me to be used but not abused. The whole time you're using me, I'm getting content after content after content. Because the moment that you stop using me or you start abusing me and I want to kick you to the curb, I got so much content. You know what I'm saying? So you're still doubling up. You're still locking in. You're still racking up on your content, right? The whole time that y'all are working together, you still getting all of that. So that the moment that they feel like abusing their power that they feel like they may have over you, you're able to step away, but you still have so much that you already created and things of that nature. I've had to do this as well. So not step away in a bad way, but maybe you have to just step away like, hey, for now, I don't have time for collaborative work. I've had to say that a lot. I've said that today, actually. Like, hey, currently I'm not, I don't really have, any openings for collaboration. Or like people who you've collabed with in the past, they might feel like, oh, I don't got to pay no more because I didn't collab with you one time. So now forever it's a collab. Make sure that your communication is very open and very understood, because they may think that you collab one time. Is this a one-time collaboration or is it a continuation? I don't want it to feel like, oh, it's a one-time collab and now you got me thinking like, it's a forever collab, so anytime I hit you up it's gonna be free. Because I have people like that too. Like when they hit me up, I'm like, damn, are they asking for free work or are they about to drop that bag a little bit? You know what I'm saying?
Well, like the way me and him had kind of like got it set up was that we were going to start out with like one collaboration per month. And then like anything outside of that, he would have to pay for.
That's good. That's nice right there. That's a retainer. So that would be a retainer, right? So that would be a retainer client in a sense. So you would have, you have them on to where there's one, that'd be a retainer client. Even so, call them in a sense your ambassador, because they're still getting, I wouldn't say a discount, but they're still getting an advance. So they're getting a photo shoot for free, and then anything after that they're paying for, right? So that's like an advance in a sense. So that still would be a form of an ambassador in a sense. Yeah, I don't think that's bad. I feel like being that you got that communication out there, you hold on to that communication and make sure that you're, okay with the type of use that you're being, used with, but not abused at all. Because it's easy to get abused, and it's easy to let yourself get abused because you feel like you're getting a lot more than you're getting. Understood. Understood, Jay?
Yeah, I got you.
Bet. Anybody else
My
before
bad.
I
I think my
click
mic
out?
went out.
Sham, is that you with the baby voice? Bro, I got two plates waiting on
No,
me.
that
Man.
was Viper.
Oh, Viper. See, Viper and Sham got these voices that are hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Can you save this? Potentially, I might save it for y'all. You gotta subscribe to the YouTube channel. I love you guys though, man. Shanty, what's up, bro? What really going on for real? Say something. What it is? You sleep on the mic? I know you in class, but I know you probably sleep. I'm pretty sure you're asleep. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. where you're at right now. So I know for a fact you're sleeping and taking a nap. So I love you too, Shanty. When you watch this back, just understand that I'm talking to you, okay? Because where Shanty's at, she's a trooper. Shanty one thing about her, she's gonna join class. She's gonna join class.
Dang, where is Shanty at?
Taking a nap. She right there, but she's taking a nap.
No, I mean like where she stay for it to be 4
she's
in the
in the
morning?
UK. She's in the UK.
Mm.
Oh, Shanty, you raised your hand? Wait, did you raise your hand or somebody else raise your hand? Who just raised their hand? Somebody just raised their hand. I swear. Maybe she fell asleep on the button. I swear she just raised her hand. Or was that Safi? Was that Safi? Safi, say something real quick. Say ABC real quick.
ABC.
LJ, say DEFG.
DEFG.
Garyon, say HIJ.
Yo, HIJ.
Yeah, Sean, say
In the building.
KLMNO.
LMNO.
You forgot the K, guy.
Okay. See, you lag. It was a delay.
KLMNO.
KLMNO.
Sham, say PQ.
First of all, I don't even know what's going on, so
Lame man, niggas. Yeah,
come on, bro. Like, damn.
No.
Had to fuck the vibe up, bro.
I'm trying
like,
to eat, twin. Y'all messing up my vibe.
Bro, you saying all them words, but the 2 letters I asked.
Cause I don't know why I'm saying it. That's like some old like, yeah, nah. Sorry.
She fucked up the clip, bro.
Sorry,
All right,
twin.
you guys. I love you guys.
It's like you gotta let me know something.
That's fine. We're not playing the game tonight.
All right.
See, when I say I'm playing, niggas don't want to play, but it's
Oh,
all
you playing?
good.
You playing, LJ? LJ, we in
I was
there.
just
We in
gonna
there.
say, all right.
LJ,
well.
we in there. Nah, LJ, we in there. We just gonna leave, certain people in the chat. I love you guys. I'm gonna talk to y'all later, all right? I'm gonna post a recap.
Vibe
Okay.
without me.
We can't vibe without you. That you right. You is right. Okay, I'm looking for a secretary, right? Might sound gay, right? Oh my gosh, whoa. Somebody in here that's in every class that would like to help me with the classes, right? You don't gotta say, hey, me, oh my gosh. But just keep that in mind for the next classes because I'm gonna need some help with these classes because it's a lot to manage, if I'm being honest. Honestly, like I have to take attendance and I gotta bro, it's a lot. It's a lot. I got a spreadsheet for attendance and I'm just like, my eyes are everywhere, right? So, and I just finished, I had 4 shoots today. I had a shoot with a dang horse. Y'all saw that. Then I had to come back here and do a one-on-one. Then I had to order food that I didn't get to eat yet that I'm about to eat. And then I just ran this call with y'all impromptu, right? I already knew what I wanted to do for the call, but I hadn't tested out the electronics and stuff, which is what made it, start a little bit later. So that's why I'm giving y'all this extra little time to ask y'all questions. But yeah, so we'll make that happen and we'll get, one of those. But I see a lot of you guys that are in here all the time. So potentially type shit. But I may or may not give y'all homework. Y'all know for a fact that y'all content is the homework guaranteed. I need you guys to do that for sure because I'm going to be going over that again. But we're going to get into next week for that last week. We're going to be talking a little bit more about videography. Ooh, pooted, right? Because you guys know a lot is going on right now with Final Cut Pro. And I want to like kind of show you guys like how I use that. If you guys are looking to get into that, so I'll be going over composition and framing in videos, whether that be creating content wise when I film them vertically, when I film my talking heads for my videos you guys may see on Instagram, or YouTube, and also the same way how I film plus frame my shots for vlogs or like regular content for a clientele when I'm filming like a behind the scenes for a client or a walkthrough for a real estate client, different things like that, like how I frame them up in different shots of how I do that. So we've already talked about composition and framing in terms of photography, talked about composition and framing in terms of content, right? This week. Now next week we'll be going over into composition and framing in videography. All right, you guys, sound good for everyone? Even if you guys care about videography or not, it's fine. It just will help you learn about like how these things work and how you can see them in difference. Regardless of you being a photographer, videographer, I want you guys to be hybrids to understand both. You don't have to do both if you don't want to, that's fine. But I still want you to understand how the other side of the world works when it comes to videography, okay? All right? Good?
Here.
Everybody good? Everybody good? Sean? How
Yeah.
you doing? Sean, you took a shower yet?
Yep. Bro, I got home at 7:45.
Ooh, that means no.
No. No.
I took my shower. I got my I was itching when I left, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
How the hell were you itching and I wasn't?
Were you itching? I had like
No.
it was like this part on my skin. Maybe because I was rubbing up against. Maybe I was rubbing all the animals. All right, so maybe that was a problem.
That's probably why. I went the whole bus. I'm
Ain't gonna
still
lie.
fine.
Yeah, you headed a bush. If you guys haven't watched that, go watch that on Instagram, bro. We had some crazy fun today. But I love you guys. I'm gonna leave you guys alone. I'm about to go hop on the game. If y'all got a gamer tag and y'all are playing Fortnite, lock in. Hasta luego, alaikum salam. I love you guys. See you guys next week. I'll drop homework on the thing, but see you guys next week.
Hey, which hold on, which chat is the student thing in for Final Cut?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
The student discount link.
Oh, it's under Final Cut Tutorials.
All right, bet. All right.
So if you go under Final Cut Pro Tutorials, the student discount link is right there. So Final Cut Tutorials, scroll all the way to the top, and it's going to show the student discount link. And then any other tutorials that you're going to need to know as well. So student discount link is the very first link at the top of that chat.
All right, appreciate it.
Most def. All right, everybody. I love you guys. Talk to you guys later. What's up, y'all? What's up, Instagram? Oh, well, I mean, y'all not listening no more, but man, that was a hard call to get through because I got to do some editing now, and I mean, it was hard. It was hard on me. I love you guys, man. What's up, y'all? Y'all got any last minute questions before I end? Y'all got any last minute questions before I end? Y'all got any last minute questions before I end? Anybody? No? Good. Somebody, anybody, everybody scream. There's squirrels in my pants. Whoa. Type ACF Express? Yeah, but like not all the time because everything doesn't need it. I feel like it generates too big of a file size that I don't necessarily always need. You know what I'm saying? Like for certain types of videography, I guess, but you don't really need it. It generates like a really big file size. I'm about to end so I can go ahead and continue. Scroll up earlier. You have a lot of energy. Wait, boom. Yo, LOL, yo. Can you save this for sure? What we learning tonight? A lot. Boom. Let me see. What's your go-to POV camera? My phone. Did you study photography in art school? Nope. Everything by myself, and now I'm teaching others. I do video, but maybe photo should be a pivot. You should do both, honestly. Less directing, more creativity, less time. Yeah, definitely. Mayono, right? Yes, sir. Mayono. That's exactly what I was using. I use those for all of my lives, bro. I love these. I love these little mics, bro. These things are so tough. Let's see what else. Boom, boom. How much average sleep do you get? Your level of energy is high. But like my average is what, 4 to 6 hours. Don't be like me, guys. All right. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Is it ASAP or within 24 to 48 hours? 24 to 48 hours. Wait, hold on. How did your student already have the photos? How soon are deliverables? They get there. Well, you're asking very student-based questions. You should join the Patreon. But they get their photos to select their edits the same day, and then I hate the head that this thing gives me when I put headphones on. But they get the photos that they selected. I mean, they get their photos to make their selections the same day, and then they get their edits like within the next, you know what I'm saying, few. I don't really say a number, but I give them a number. I say 5 to 7, but it's never 5 to 7. Boom. Sorry, Cowboy photo shoot earlier. Now you're in class. Yes, sir. Proud of you. I need some food. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Hey, what's up? I'm going back reading everybody's comments. It's crazy. Keep the grind going, Brody. Appreciate y'all. Any availability this weekend? Boom, boom, boom. Any tips or resources to learn how to use overlays? Me. Let's see. But yeah, all right, you guys. Love y'all. Assalamu alaikum. Hasta luego. Things of that nature. Until next time. Taxi.